Good afternoon. It is 2:59. I'm Justin Minano, live from the 104.5 The Zone studio. In college hoops news today, Tennessee basketball has reached back out to Oklahoma transfer shooting guard Duke Miles, according to a report from Tobias Bass of The Athletic. Miles was originally scheduled to visit Tennessee before committing to Texas A&M, where he has since backed out of his commitment. The Vols currently have one available scholarship spot on their roster. In college baseball tonight, Tennessee baseball hosting Indiana State at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. First pitch at 5 p.m., while Vanderbilt on the road against Louisville with first pitch at 6 p.m. Tennessee and Vandy will face each other this upcoming weekend in Knoxville. Nashville SC is in action tonight at Geodis Park for a U.S. Open Cup match. The boys in gold will face off against Chattanooga Red Wolves SC at 7 p.m. For your foundation repair, waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Yo, what up, Nashville? 3HL is on the air. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you're having a great day. Babsy will be in shortly. Slay Dog is here.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building. Car ain't got no roof.
Well, Slay Dog, you
What up, y'all?
right about the NBA last night.
Hey.
Both underdogs won game one on the road. Now, I haven't done a lot of basketball betting, but I'm going to load down on Wednesday on both of these home teams.
I think you should.
They ain't going down 2-0.
I think you should. I think you should load up on Cleveland today, covering, too.
Cleveland covering.
I think
Where are we with Darius Garland?
I think he's playing tonight. They can't afford to him not play tonight.
Getting too deep in the thing.
Yeah, you don't want to go down 2-0. That's what you don't want to do. Messing around with the mess around.
We'll talk about it. Also, let's see, what else do we have? We've got NHL stuff. Preds got screwed in the draft lottery.
What happened? What happened was
The ping pong balls didn't go their way.
and they were the worst team in the league.
No, third worst.
Ah, well.
But they had an 11.5% chance at the number one overall pick. Instead, they get pick number 5. So they dropped 2 slots down from 3. And they get pick number 5. Preds just getting screwed.
They should get something for that, though.
Couple of NHL games. Get what?
Like, if I listen, I had to go through the agony of being bad, and everybody pointing their finger at us, knowing how bad we were. What was it? 31 goals less than what they made last year.
31 points.
31 points. Sorry.
Yes.
So I
99
sucked
to
that
68.
bad, and you're walking around pointing at me, and I don't even get to reap the benefits of being bad. The Titans got to reap the benefits of being bad.
Right, because there's no lottery in the NFL. So if there were no lottery in the NHL, they would have picked third. Do you like the lottery system, though, where you have the ping pong balls and the idea is to keep teams from tanking?
Yeah.
That's why the NBA did it. Because that
was tank heaven.
definitely
it
happening.
was tank heaven then. Yeah, that was everybody.
Roster
everybody
management.
Yeah. Now, I don't know, Yor. It's got to be. So
at the
they got an
NFL
opportunity to be bad again next year then.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean.
To be very bad.
You always have the opportunity to be bad.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Not if you go get one of them superstars. You ain't got an opportunity to be bad.
Easier said than done.
Well, they just showed it is easier said than done.
Rantanen, hat trick the other night in Game 7. Like they went and spent the money, got him. There you go. So that brings up an interesting point. I hadn't thought about that today. Would you rather the NFL do it the way they do it, based on meritocracy, based on socialism, basically, like
so-called parity stand
like
there.
the worst teams get the best picks to try to level the playing field, or do they do the lottery system in the NFL? Can you imagine what the ratings would be if the NFL did a lottery?
No, everybody would. Everybody watches. I guess.
Right, but
everybody
could you
plus 10.
imagine? This is a whole extra day that you're not even doing anything.
Right. Like it would be nuts.
The other sports put it during playoff series. You wouldn't have to do that for the NFL.
No, it's a
You
day.
can pick like Tuesday.
Yep.
Like we're just,
And
man, we're going to dominate today,
People taking out work.
which will dominate the market.
They would make it a 3-hour event.
Yeah.
And all it takes is 10 minutes.
You could travel that thing around.
Dog, and man. NFL, don't
You're
give them no
welcome,
ideas.
NFL.
Yeah, don't give them no ideas, George.
We just gave
No,
you
I didn't mean to.
another revenue generator.
I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to.
What do y'all think about that? You can watch us on live YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
The executive producer of 3HL is Zeph.
What's
That's
up,
his
Zephyr?
voice. What if you did that in the NFL? Would y'all be for that? A lottery system in the NFL? Because, to your point, the Titans earned the number 1 overall pick. But if there's a lottery, they could lose it. Right?
Yeah. That wouldn't be good. You could be bad forever. And who says the lottery can't be rigged? You know?
I mean, I guess pretty much anything could.
Hometown kid coming from Nashville.
Yeah.
And
when Cleveland got the number 1 pick when LeBron
see
was
what I'm
there.
saying? Like,
I mean, that was a thing.
what's the odds of that happening?
By the way,
so bad.
These reels of LeBron flopping are just unbelievable. It's a thing.
It's a rough time on the King, man.
It's a rough time on the King.
Yeah.
Going back to the lottery thing, imagine the Titans just had the same thing that happened to the Preds, where worst team in the league record-wise, and you have a chance to get your franchise quarterback.
Preds were third worst.
Titans weren't. So Titans weren't. But they lost the lottery.
Yeah.
And now you can't get your franchise quarterback because a number or a ping pong ball said that you were
That's right.
going third instead of first.
Yes, and then Slay would have Abdul Carter.
And he'd be in traffic.
We never get out of this hole.
He'd be walking in traffic.
Yep, we never get out. No, I would be hit. I'm trying to get hit then.
Did you ever get off of that with Abdul Carter?
No.
The walking in traffic if they ended up with him?
You hear? Nope. I asked everybody, but I don't know who I asked about
all
more.
of our analysts.
Yeah, I don't know who I asked about more, Nussmeier or Abdul Carter. Like, I don't understand the hype of either one of them.
Nussmeier's numbers were incredible last year.
Yeah, to what avail?
Well,
To no avail.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that on him or is that on Brian Kelly?
All I know is on a bad team, somebody got to score. I just saying. Somebody got to shoot the ball. Somebody got to throw the ball. Jaden Daniels' team was bad, too.
Top tier says no lottery in the NFL.
You don't want no lottery top tier? Okay. All right,
Ding,
cool.
ding.
All right, so no lottery,
That's
which is
Corey
cool.
Curtis from Channel 2. What does he want?
It could just be a problem, though, man, if the team that was the worst.
That's a great point by Corey Curtis here.
What is that?
The only reason the Titans got the first pick is because the Giants won a meaningless game late in the season.
Absolutely right. So they won the lottery.
Joe Milton is the guy that delivered it.
So it was sabotaged. Thank you, Joe.
So the lottery just happens at the end of the season, like in the regular season.
For the game.
After the season's over, yes. Just like the NHL.
No. I'm saying the NFL, like
You
currently
can do
the
it
NFL.
during the playoffs, but just do it on like a Wednesday
No, I'm
instead
saying the
of during a
NFL's
playoff game.
The NFL's version of the lottery is those meaningless Week 18 games where the Patriots, who are already out of it, and the Giants, who are already out of it, are playing against each other. A backup quarterback comes in and wins a game, and that's the NFL's version of the lottery. It's keeping the regular season interesting.
We would have found a way to go get Cam Ward. Now that you think about how everybody felt about it, don't you think?
What's the draft day
We
line?
would have had to mortgage a whole lot, which we don't.
They would have done anything to get Cam Ward, do you think?
I think.
Judging by talking with Callahan backstage the other night,
Yeah.
he's excited.
So I mean, dog.
And it's real. Like, it's genuine. It's not like, oh, crap, I didn't like this guy, but the front office picked him. It's not that.
There's no way you could have felt comfortable saying, all right, go get Abdul Carter. And we walk into the season with Will Levis.
I mean, Zeph's point was made. You actually made the point of why they don't do the lottery, so they're not tanking games.
Would this excitement be around if we had to go, if we were the second pick and we had to go get Abdul Carter?
Or actually, they theoretically could have been tanking games. I'm sorry, what did you say?
No, that's true, too.
No, I think they would have
lottery.
I think they would have drafted Travis Hunter if they were to.
Yeah, but do you still think this excitement would have been around? I don't.
No, the same level as the number 1 overall pick?
Mm-hmm.
No. Because they had all the cards.
No, even if it wasn't the number 1 overall pick, if we were able to get Cam at 2.
Quarterback moves the needle.
Move the needle.
As special of a talent as Travis Hunter is,
Yep. Especially when you don't have a quarterback.
Yes, and I think like come game week and game day and training camp, people would have been fascinated, with the circus performer basically because he's that guy. Like he's a freak.
Yes. Ow.
Which Chris Lowe said yesterday, we're not supposed to use this word anymore to describe athletes as freakish. I'm like, well, I haven't heard that. Why?
Well, the Titans had one.
It was his name.
They played the song. They still call him that.
They played the song and everything.
Yeah, like what?
Like I'll bet when Freak calls people, hey Freak, what up? You know what I mean? Like you don't call that guy Javon.
Come on, or curse.
Yeah. Hey Javon, what's going on?
Freak, what's happening?
What up, Freak?
We had to do it at school. I just call Freaky Dude.
Why did you call him Freaky Dude? You can't tell it.
I can't. You'll never know what I'm talking about unless you was around me. So he used to handle his business.
What grade was this?
This was in college.
Oh, in college.
Yeah, a lot of people love him. Yeah. I love my guy. Freaky Dude.
Freaky Dude. He was just always up to something?
That's my boy. Yep.
Do you ever settle down, this guy?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, great guy.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah, he's settled down now.
Yeah.
Married with kids.
Oh, okay.
Quite a few.
Okay.
Yeah.
The reps you've been telling me about lately.
There's quite a few out there. I always say there's a lot of them out there.
The one in Texas.
Can't remember.
Okay, good. You need a rep to keep your schedule.
I do need a rep to keep my schedule.
We had to go to, we didn't have to, we enjoyed this. We went to Nashville Golf and Country Club today.
Did I tell you the story about Texas?
No. Probably not for an on-air deal, but.
Oh, okay. It's kind of like
unless you want to.
If you watch Coming to America, kind of like when we walked around the corner and Martin Luther King punched him. He looked up and said,
Martin Luther the King.
Hey, Martin Luther King? What did he say? What you punch me? Why you knock me out or something? I looked up, it was Martin Luther King. He said, oh, my fault. Something like that. I got to go watch Coming to America. But it was something like that.
But you did show up this morning at 9 o'clock, and I was worried about it.
This morning?
Yeah. Because you forgot about your speaking engagement. You couldn't find that.
Yeah.
You forgot all about Friday, which we're going to be at the Embassy Suites in Murfreesboro
I had
on
no
Friday.
earthly idea about that one.
Yeah.
He was talking about food. what food we getting there? It's a home show. Like
yeah, but he didn't.
No, y'all said vendors. Y'all said vendors will be there.
Yeah, but like home vendors, like ceiling fan companies.
Come on, man. All right. Everybody at home and listening at work. Big Slay and you mentioned vendors together. What kind of vendors you think Big Slay gonna think about first? Home vendors, facility vendors like bathrooms, chair vendors,
food.
Bingo.
Yeah, well, I mean, they may have food there. I don't know. It's an expo.
They have to.
Let me run this question by Babs. Hi.
Hi.
Hello, baby.
You left your phone somewhere?
What up?
Is that what happened?
I was listening to you guys on the way in. Yeah. So I just did Jill Jelnick over at Fox.
You're tan and blonde, dude.
Yeah,
this is what happens when I go to the beach and then I feel like a new woman.
Yeah.
You got to go on. You revitalize.
Yeah. The sun blondes my hair and I love it.
Sun was beat down on my baseball cap.
Yeah. So, I just did a podcast with Jill Jelnick. I did her podcast, and she had me out in time. I would make it to work on time. And what did I do? I left my phone in the locked podcast room there at Fox. Also, if my head wasn't attached, I would probably lose that, too.
Yeah, you've been wild since that beach trip, man.
Yeah, see, this is what the beach does to you.
This is sun rays.
What are those little bugs at the beach? Did they get you?
Oh, no, they didn't.
CMs?
No CMs.
Yeah.
They did. It's a little too early for them. It's a little too early for them.
I want to ask you a question real quick, and we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
The Preds got screwed in the draft last night, right?
Yes,
so
I
they're
saw that.
third worst record, but they'll pick fifth because the ping pong balls screwed them. So the NBA has the lottery, the NHL has the lottery, and the reason why they do is because the NBA had teams tanking forever, right? Like to get high picks and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. And so that's the design of the lottery. That's why it happens. Should they do it in the NFL? Is that a beer?
Oh, that's exactly what it sounded like. It sounded like it was happy hour. Like, let's get it on.
We're gonna have a
Sorry,
show
guys.
It's on today.
I got to get some caffeine. I got my Diet Dr. Pepper.
would you want to see a lottery system in the NFL?
Hell no.
Okay.
It's dumb.
So do you want it taken out of the NBA and out of the NHL?
Yeah,
Where teams can tank for...
that's fine. Tank away.
But what if you buy season tickets and you go like the last
away.
10 games and you know they're just out there to, play with like
Well, guess what? There's too many games in the
guy.
season then.
Babs. Got my hands for everything right now. All right, Jim Light coming up next. We'll talk Titans football. Rookies are reporting to campus on Thursday night. They'll be on the field Friday and Saturday. We'll get the schedule and the lowdown next. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. United Structural Systems is a foundation repair and waterproofing company that has served the Middle Tennessee area since 1994. Waterproofing, man. I know a lot of y'all are dealing with issues. Maybe you are putting it off. Maybe you've noticed some of these symptoms because of all the rain that we've had. Standing water in your crawl space. Maybe you got musty odor in your house or a condo, wherever you are. Cracks in your basement flooring, hardwood floors cupping your house may be trying to tell you something. Putting off a moisture issue in your home is bad for your health. It could lead to more expensive repairs down the road. When it comes to large home repairs, a lot of times homeowners pretend you don't see the warning signs. You're afraid that you're going to get something you don't want to hear. This is especially true with waterproofing and foundation repair as well. That's another element to USS's business, United Structural Systems, USSTN.com. Could be something big that needs to be fixed. It could be a small problem now that will become bigger, or it could be nothing. Call USS, United Structural Systems, 615-488-7855. More than 30,000 100% satisfied residential customers. USS, keeping homes dry and stable. We guarantee our best. Call USS, 615-488-7855. USS, serving Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky, and Western Kentucky online, USSTN.com.
All right, y'all. Y'all heard me talk about the trucks that, cause accidents, and you also heard me talk about, just getting in a normal car accident and things making it just uneasy for you. Starting to have setbacks. Like everything's out of whack, whether it be getting to a job, picking up the kids from school, just going out to eat as a family because you don't have no car. You heard about all these things when I talk about Bart Durham injury law. And another thing I got to tell you, Cairo scammers, yep, they're out there. I got an important message from my good friends at Bart Durham Injury Law. Some lawyers chase ambulances. They'll do anything to get your attention, but not Blair Durham and his team. Someone calls you after a wreck, they're breaking the law. That's right. You need to know these things. The lawyers are breaking the law. Blair and the team at Bart Durham Injury Law don't play those games. 615-242-9000. When you make the call, they answer. They're local, trusted, and ready to fight for you. No gimmicks, just a team that's on your side from the start. Local, trusted, ready to fight. 615-242-9000. Bart Durham Injury Law.
3HL 1045 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Rod Slay.
What?
And Ural.
We hit the golf course today to record some promotional videos for the 1045 The Zone Golf Classic presented by Ferguson Home, and it's coming up June 9th. You can register your team online, 1045thezone.com. It is going to be fun.
No, it's going to be a ball.
Don't worry. They put us on the course where nobody was playing. They're like, why don't you guys go start on 13 there?
Yeah, we played 4 holes, and I lost 2 balls, a club, and a hat.
How did you lose a club in 4 holes?
Yep.
That's crazy.
That, that's exactly what I said.
Because Babs takes off in the golf cart, and you just walk up to the green, and you grab your wedge and your putter, and so you hit your wedge shot, and then you pick up your putter and put down your wedge, and you walk on. But the beautiful part of that situation is that these really nice guys came driving up when we were on the green at the next hole, and they were like, "Did y'all leave a club?" And I was like, "Actually, I did." And they were like, "Okay, we'll just leave it here." I was like, "Thanks, man. That's awesome. Appreciate it." Go to the cart. Wasn't my club.
No. He said, I even cleaned it up for you.
He cleaned it up. It wasn't my club. So I gave it to the guy when we got done. I was like, and I explained the story. You were standing there.
I missed all that.
I gave him it was a 60-degree wedge. I lost a 56-degree wedge. But I also lost my hat. I have no idea how that happened, except Rich gave me his own hat. So I took off my
your
hat,
other hat,
which is my black 615 hat, which I love. Took it off.
Oh, I love that hat.
Thanks, Babs. Put the zone hat on, and
Somebody
then
else gonna love it now.
yeah, and I didn't realize that I left it there until I was driving home.
Hey, Ural.
So
No hat, no club.
2 balls.
Are you the only one that lost something?
No, it's like
I lost 2 balls.
I lost 2 or 3.
Yeah, but I mean in terms of like a hat or a club or something,
Yeah,
you know.
other
Absolutely.
things.
Yeah.
Something you don't expect to lose at a golf course.
Which is, that's saying a lot considering I was there. I mean,
I'll pick it up June 9th.
like I can't remember
It'll be
anything.
You make solid contact. The ball just goes way right of where you're
Babs
aiming
makes
from.
great solid contact.
And it goes straight.
Yep.
The ball goes straight. It's not like it's fade or anything like that. It goes straight, but you line up to the left and it goes to the right. It's like a 45-degree angle somehow.
Mm-hmm.
But you make good contact.
It's the meanest slice on the course.
No, there's no slice. I'm telling you, it's straight.
It was straight.
I gotta get out to to my guys at Governors, get some lessons.
Here's the problem with you actually belong to a golf club.
I know.
That's what's wild.
I know. The problem is I just don't have time.
I know
I need more
somebody that
time
does.
in my life.
And then the other
Babs.
thing is Slay, God love him, is 6'8", and he's using clubs that are made for like normal sized people.
No, I think they're made for somebody 6'4".
So it's like cartoonish.
I bought them for somebody for 6'4".
And my
Mr.
knees hurt
Babs, I
just-
sent him video of Slay, and he was like, "Slay needs custom clubs. Those are too short for him." I'm like, I know.
I don't know what it.
Go get you some.
I'll tell you
custom
this, though.
clubs.
Slay could.
How much they cost?
Slay literally could leave
See?
all
A
of
lot.
his clubs at home and just bring a 4-iron and a putter.
I'll be cool.
Dude, your iron game is legit.
I'm cool with my iron. I'm comfortable with that. That was the first thing I ever learned how to hit.
Yeah, legit. But anyway, so come golf with us. I know we're
we're gonna have a
selling
ball.
you on coming to
Yeah.
golf with us.
Oh,
here.
it'll be fun.
Is
Oh.
Jimmy good at golf?
Jim Wyatt, are you a golfer?
Jim got to be a golfer a little bit.
Well, I married a golfer. Yeah, that's as close as I get. That pretty much made me give up golf. You know, my wife played in high school at Father Ryan, and then she played on scholarship at Ole Miss. And
She
she's a good
did?
golfer. Yeah, so that's it's one of the reasons I've kind of curtailed maybe my golf game a little bit because she beats me like a drum when we play. So I play a little bit, but I've got the excuse since I broke both my wrists that I don't play as well as I used to. Since I broke both my wrists, the reality is I was never really any good.
I think
That's a good
that,
excuse right there.
That's
though,
right.
Jim.
Yeah.
I like that one. I'm
Was
sorry
that when
using
you fell off the ladder?
yeah. And he almost
That's right.
died, like
Ugh,
literally almost
so
died.
Scary.
I think you
What do
should.
you guys usually shoot when you play?
I think you should use, like, I think, yeah,
100.
100. Keep going. We only played 4 holes. I think we were at 100.
No.
Jim, I think you should write a short story on your ladder mishap and like maybe send it to Stephen King and get him to like put the final touches on it.
Yeah, it was not pretty. It's but luckily I survived it. I got 2 scars to show for it.
Yeah, it looked like OJ had been at your house.
What were you doing on a ladder?
I was painting. Yeah, and probably how lucky I fell when I did. I had like a 20-foot ceiling. I was painting, and I fell probably about the 10, 12-foot mark. I was on like an A-frame ladder. I was on that step that says not a step.
Oh,
No.
And I kind of leaned to the side. It flew out from under me. And I really do tell people that I was probably lucky I fell then because my next, after I'd gotten past that point, I was going to get a bigger ladder and try to get up to the top. So if I'd have fallen in, there's no way I'd be talking today. But I fell and certainly learned my lesson, and then ended up paying a guy $400 to paint that room.
but nobody was home, right? Like, so seriously, like you fell, you broke both your wrists. You said, was it compound?
Yes, it was. I broke both. I fell. I was by myself. Broke both my wrists. Did a straight nose dive. Tried to catch myself. Bones did not come out. It wasn't compound, but one of them was going one way. One of them was going the other way. Luckily, my father-in-law's ladder, I was able to. Back when I had a flip phone, I was able to hit a button which called the last number that I had called, and they were able to get to my house. But then I couldn't, with 2 broken arms, I couldn't open the door, so I was able to wedge the door knob in between my side and my elbow, and was able to turn it enough to let them in. And then I hit the garage door opener with my forehead, to let them in the house, and he drove me to the hospital. So, and then my wife found out about it. She was in an event, so she didn't hear about it until I think after I'd had surgery. So it was broke my nose, knocked myself out, broke both wrists, but I got some new carpet out of it, and
Dang, Jimmy. Goodness.
Man, that sounds like something that would happen at Babs'
I knew
house.
the story, but that's the first I've heard
Yeah,
the whole story.
Well, I didn't know the part about you were only able to call the last number that you dialed. So thank God you didn't order pizza. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So it was something. It's hard to believe. That's been almost 20 years now. I think that was 2000. So I haven't been quite 20 years. I think that was 2007, but it's been 18 years since that happened.
have you been on a ladder since?
I have. I tell people that I don't fear the ladder. I just respect it a lot more. I always get somebody to hold it now instead of trying to do it by myself. But I remember my first time up, I was changing some floodlights and got to the top, and boy, I was sweating bullets up there, and I've never been that high since.
Ramon said, laugh out loud at new carpet. That's the win. Dang, Jimmy.
I've never been that high since is a good line, too. You may hear that later on the show.
Yeah.
All right, so what's the schedule? Jim Wyatt with us, TennesseeTitans.com, at Jay Wyatt Sports on Twitter. What's the schedule? They come in town Thursday night, the rookies, and then Friday and Saturday on the field?
That is correct. Yeah, right now they're in the middle. They're in phase 2 of the off-season program, so guys are back at it. The veterans have been out there this week. Mm-hmm. They can't obviously mingle on the field together, but the coaches can be out there with them for the first time. And then at the end of this week, they'll wrap up on Thursday. The rookies come in on Thursday afternoon. That's when a lot of, we still have not announced our undrafted free agents yet. I'm sure you guys will probably talk about some of those guys, but those guys will come in with the draft picks. I anticipate those guys getting signed. Probably the team will put out a list of the undrafted then. They're going to have some rookie free agents on tryouts that'll be a part of this weekend's festivities. All the rookies on the field on Friday and Saturday. The one Saturday is open till media. That's when you'll see probably hundreds of Cam Ward clips at that point. And then the rookies will join the veterans in the off-season program after that. So starting to get cranked up certainly here over the next couple of weeks, and off-season program goes until the middle of June.
What is it? What all do they do at a rookie mini camp? Like the behind the scenes stuff too. We know what they do on the field, right?
Yeah, a lot of it is really just kind of, doing some stuff on the field, but a lot of meetings, a lot of orientation stuff, a lot of, getting to know people. It's kind of an exhausting 48 hours for some of these guys who are just, kind of learning the NFL for the first time and how things are done, and certainly a lot different from what they experienced in college. It's kind of a crash course between, what they're doing before they join the veterans. But be on the field 2 of those days, being meetings a whole bunch of times, team meetings, individual, meetings with their position groups, and just kind of trying to learn the playbook as fast as they possibly can.
Jimmy, I don't want to downplay it or anything because the hype's going to be around it with Cam Ward being the number 1 pick and coming in there. But you, through your years of being able to watch quarterbacks be drafted and come into that situation, have you ever walked away from camp and was like, oh, yeah, I think we got something special here?
Yeah, I mean, at the quarterback position, certainly, Vince Young. I mean, I wasn't around for Steve McNair's rookie year, but I was around for Jay Clocker and for Vince Young and for Marcus Mariota and obviously Will Levis, who was a 2nd-round pick. And I do remember how impressed I was by Marcus right at the beginning. I mean, you guys, I still remember his camp. I don't think he threw a pick, throughout the first.
I remember you keeping track of that.
Yeah, keeping track. It was an incredibly long streak through camp where he didn't throw a pick. So he was impressed. Vince obviously was just – he arrived. I don't know if I can remember the last time quarterback arrived with so much fanfare because he was coming off that national championship game against USC where he was just total stud. And so it was fun to watch him. I remember being impressed with those guys, and Ward, I am looking forward to seeing him. But a lot of times early, I have to admit, like the rookie camp can be sloppy, and not just for the quarterbacks but for everybody because there's so much is being thrown at them. They're throwing to guys they've never thrown to before. It's a little herky-jerky at the beginning, but what you want these guys to do is just kind of settle down and get more comfortable as time goes.
All right, Jimmy. Now, let's as far as the receivers go, the young guys that'll be in there, anybody you looking forward to watch and keep a track on? Because I know I'm looking for this kid Repo. I want to see Restrepo, what he's going to do, how he's going to get acclimated. Can he climb up through the ranks before we even get to the training camp?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him too, and I anticipate him coming here, passing the physical, and being on that list of undrafted guys when we do announce them. I have to admit, the kid from Stanford, Alec Ayamanor, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'll get that down at some point.
Zeph says it's Io Manor.
Io Manor. That could be, Chimere DK is the other receiver out of Florida.
I noticed that Callahan calls him Chim.
Yeah, I think he's shortened a lot of these things. Like Oluwafemi is just going to be Femi moving forward. But the Stanford receiver is the one I'm looking forward to seeing, even though DK is faster and was picked earlier. Just watching Alec against Travis Hunter and seeing what he did in that game against Colorado. I mean, if that's not enough to kind of get you excited, looking forward to seeing him, I don't know what does. So both those guys I'm looking forward to. Obviously, Restrepo is going to have good chemistry with Cam, not counting him out at all because of that 40 time. I'm looking forward to seeing him compete.
Are you noticing a little excitement when you kind of maybe bump into Brian Callahan throughout the day, or if you get a chance to bump in, you see a breath of fresh air around him or a different aura around him, Jimmy?
I do. I mean, I think everybody is excited. I mean, it's kind of a new team and so many new faces. Like I went out there and watched practice today, and really I brought my roster just to try to learn a lot of these players with new numbers and new body types, and guys going to be asked to do different things. I mean, at some point in the year, I'll be able to look across 3 fields and can tell you who it is walking out the door without really even seeing them up close. But right now, there's so many new players.
Yeah.
And, and just think, I was just thinking, I'm already trying to learn all these new guys that are on the roster, and then you get ready to have about 30 more join them when all the rookies and I'm counting draft picks and undrafted free agents and then this weekend with the tryout players, could be another 30, 40 guys. So I think there's a lot of excitement for the coaching staff. Some of that's new, but just when you got so much new around you, so many new free agents. I think it was ended up being 17 new guys signed this offseason. You've got 9 new draft picks. You've got all these undrafted free agents. I mean, they're kind of starting over in a lot of ways. So it's a new team, and I do get the sense that guys are excited about it.
Just to clarify, so the veterans are on the field now, but when the rookies get here, it's just them, right? Like they don't combine them right now.
That's right. Yeah, and then they'll all join together next week. But just this weekend, it'll be just rookie camp and tryout players. And there have been some years where a couple of veterans with like a year experience will be able to take part, but all the other veterans won't be out there this weekend.
Yeah, and part of the reason there obviously is a little more individual attention, but just talking to guys throughout the years, number one, the rookies enjoy that to kind of get their feet wet before they're thrown into the fire with the veterans, but also you got to teach them how to practice. You know what I mean? Like in an NFL practice field before they get with the vets and just kind of what's expected in terms of, taking people to the ground or not or, all those things. Yeah,
and just play speed. Yeah, and just, you're exactly right. I mean, this is valuable time for them just to kind of get acclimated, get to know teammates, get to know coaches, just kind of get the lay of the land of the building, really. I mean, some of these guys have been in here for 30 visits, but not many, and most of them will be their first time coming in here. So just trying to figure out where to go and how to line up is a big part of it right out of the gate.
Jim, we talking about the excitement for everybody around it, the coaches, the staff, the brass, the players. What about Jimmy? Jimmy, you've been walking through this entire thing. You ain't told us what it was like being at the draft. You know what I mean? How excited you were to talk to Cam Wood once he put the hat on. And then when does Jimmy take a break?
Yeah, maybe sometime in late June, early July. I will say this has been the busiest, and I love it. I mean, that's the thing about it. If I didn't love it, I'd be dragging at this point. But this has been the busiest offseason I've had since I've covered the team, not just covering the normal events that I've done from the Senior Bowl to the Combine, the Super Bowl, to the draft. But then this year, for the first time, covering the East-West Shrine game and going to Miami's Pro Day and going to Colorado's Pro Day and the intensity of having the first overall pick, that kind of changed things from lead-up process. So I'm glad that all that's in the rearview mirror, and now it feels like we're starting football season. The schedule comes out next week, a week from tomorrow. So once that happens, then it's kind of on to 2025. I mean, the first part, it feels like the off season. Now it feels like you're prepping for the season. Yep. And what is this, May? I mean, we're only going to be a couple of months away from playing in a preseason game.
This is where you are. I'm glad you could ask yourself the question and come up with the correct answer as to what month it is. That's pretty amazing. So we just hit you with this question on the way out. We were talking about the Preds getting screwed last night in the draft, right? I mean, in the draft lottery. So, third worst team, but they get the 5th pick. NBA did it because teams were tanking. I don't know why the NHL did it. I'm assuming it was the same reason. Would you like to see the NFL go to a lottery system?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I like the way the NFL's set up, and I think the way they reward it and break some of these ties with the schedule, and I think that's fair. I hope it doesn't go to that. This kind of feels gimmicky to me, even though I get it and certainly understand.
Could you imagine the ratings, Jim? Like if they did that on a random Wednesday during the playoff season?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it would be crazy. But I don't know. I feel like if you it certainly would make it, and I'd be interested to see if they ever decide to do something like that, when they would do it, because there's a big difference between picking 1, as we all know, and picking 5 in the NFL. I mean, you know who you're not going to be able to get if you're picking 5, as opposed to when you're picking 1 like the Titans, and you can set your sights on the guy several weeks out. So, but I don't know. I don't think the NFL needs that necessarily.
Top tier says moral of the story, the latter story, is hire someone.
Yeah, I should have hired somebody. There's no question about that. Because I think I had maybe $400 for for that job to be done. I think my medical bills were probably $12,000-15,000.
Oh my goodness.
Top tier said that fall deserved hardwood flooring, Jimmy.
Well, I was on a slab, and I came down hard on concrete. Really.
Oh man, Ramon Foster says shout out to the undrafteds. Yeah, I can't wait till y'all release the names of those guys so we can talk more about that. But thank you for the time, Jimmy. Appreciate it.
Okay, you guys have a good week. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it,
Jim White.
Oh, Jim, we got Vandy this weekend.
He's gone.
He gone. What? Are you sad you missed a chance
Yes, because this is
to
what I
talk
want.
smack?
No, and this wouldn't even be talk. This wouldn't even be smack talk because this time around, the Vols are kind of reeling.
Yeah.
But I always feel this matchup comes at the perfect time for the Vols to get back on track. Remember 2 years ago?
It did happen before. Yes.
Yeah, 2 years ago was the same thing, and
So
it went into this, and here we go.
The former number one team in the country has dropped 3 straight series in 4 out of 5, but they have beaten Vanderbilt 10 out of the last 12 baseball games.
What'd you think about that, Zell?
Ugh.
Dawn, you stole my words.
I hate
Richard?
that stupid drop.
Richard Hendricks, former Alabama star and now broadcasting star, had an interesting point to you about a potential lottery in the NFL. It's not happening. We just started talking about it because of what happened last night in the NHL. But he had an interesting point. We got that for you next, 3HL 1045 this hour.
All right, it's starting to warm back up here in Nashville, and maybe you have known for a while you need to replace your windows and doors, and who you need to call? Not the Ghostbusters, just Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. That is who you need to call because they're the best, celebrating 100 years in business this year. So you know they do things right. You know that you can trust them, and you can ask me about it because that's who we use. They're actually coming tomorrow to finish installing a new window and door in my house. They're the best, family-oriented, family-first business, lifetime warranties on everything, and then on top of it, they also back up their work with warranty, a 10-year labor warranty, which is leading in the industry. So give them a call, 615-249-1910. It's Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville, and they have the Dawn deal for you for the month of May. 50% off qualifying installations and 0% APR for 36 months. Ask them for details. Schedule your free consultation online, PellaNashville.com.
What up, y'all? Spring Hill Heating and Cooling. Not hating. They're not hating. They're hating on the heat that's going to be coming through your house, but they're going to be cooling it. Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, that's exactly what they do. They are the heating and cooling company that can take care of all your HVAC needs. And we got some specials for you out there. Now, when it comes to tuning it up, you know how you tune your cars up? Well, you can tune your units up as well. Schedule your 21-point tune-up, only $69. Now, did you turn that AC unit on and realize quickly it was working like it should? Or it wasn't working like it should? Which one did you do? Don't wait until the peak of the summer to get it repaired. Spring Hill Heating and Cooling offers free service calls with the repairs plus low monthly payments on those repairs. You called another company about your unit? You're not sure if you agree? Well, Spring Hill also gives free second opinions, so you can always be confined. Yes, you are getting what you need at an honest price. Make a confirmation in that. Get up to 60 months, no interest, financing with approved credit. All you got to do is go to springhillac.com. Spring Hill Heating and Cooling.
Did they really try to, like, blur out weed? Because I heard the entire word.
I have no idea. This was already in the system. I did not put this in there.
You know what one of the craziest things in here is?
That is Tupac Tuesday?
No, this big old TV behind us that's not on.
I know. Tennessee plays baseball today. We can't give Dawn updates.
Damn.
Oh, yes, I can.
They're playing Indiana State. Don't you hate Indiana State because your husband loves Indiana? Or do they not even have an opinion about Indiana State?
I don't think they have an opinion about Indiana State.
Bet Larry Bird would.
Better believe it.
Dave Elliott downstairs went to Indiana State.
Really?
Yeah.
You know such random information.
I went to an Indiana State game with him one year. I forget who they were playing. We drove up there and went there. Went to an Indiana State game.
That was a
Basketball.
At home?
Yeah. Not at my home, at Indiana State. Uh-oh. She's firing off some message.
Oh, no. I was just answering a question. Somebody asked what 3HL stands for.
3-hour lunch.
Well, I said now it's 3 hours long.
yeah.
That's a good one.
But it did start as 3-hour lunch.
Before you came aboard, some people called it 3 hombres loco. When it was me, Mickey, and Blaine. But you're not an
3
hombre.
Crazy hombres.
Yes.
I am not. In fact.
Ramon says word is they didn't want us distracted watching the television.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
well.
heard, Savage. Well, it wasn't distracting nobody. It was a sports show.
Oh, no, it was distracting, y'all.
Me? I couldn't. I can't even see it.
Oh, it's all on you, Mayor. It's your fault. It's all your fault.
I'll take it.
It's all your fault. It's all your fault.
But here's the thing. How about like, hey, can y'all be like less distracted by the TV? Cool. I mean, I'm 52 years old. You know, I could take
It's all
coaching.
your fault. It's all your
All right. How about we put it? We do what we were supposed to do and put the TVs up there.
Oh yeah, they were supposed to go up there. 3 of them.
Listen, this is really compelling radio, but can we move on?
Milrow Loading says
Whoa, moving
3HL, 3 happy lovers. Oh my Lord.
All right. I don't know
I'm
if
gonna
that's
go
the
with
one
a
you go
negative
with.
on that one.
You want me to give you what Richard Hendricks said?
Yes. So the Preds got screwed in the NHL draft lottery. Also, I was in a place like it was Cinco de Mayo. So I was in a place yesterday after the show where I couldn't, like the audio wasn't on. So I was trying to figure out what the NHL draft lottery was. Like it was hard to decipher what was going on there, but because I really hadn't paid attention before. But the
For
Preds
the
had
NHL,
Yeah.
you're saying? Okay.
I wish you could go back and watch it. But then the really bad part was, so then I went on Twitter to try to figure out what they were doing, and it already told me who had the number 1 overall pick. And they were still like in the middle of the show. So I didn't know what was going on. Like, I already know. The Islanders have the number 1 pick. And they're sitting there and their owner looks like really nervous and all these things. I'm like, hey, man, it's okay. You're about to have the number 1 overall pick. But anyway, the Preds finished with the 3rd worst record, but they get the 5th pick in the draft. So then I just thought, like, all these sports have draft lotteries. Why does the NFL not? And what if they did? And would you be down with that? 615-737-1045, 615-737-1045.
So the one thing about the NFL, too, is that you are going to see those players immediately. You all right, Slade? Do you want some of my Diet Dr. Pepper?
You know what, Babs? I don't know.
I don't know what's going on over there.
I got something in my little throat.
I didn't know it was serious until you put it on the chat. I think I'm choking, y'all.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you about.
I mean,
because I just got
did
a
you not
message from
hear
one
it
of my.
going on over here?
One of my
But he
homeboys
makes
said-
weird noises from time to time. Wow.
Do you want a piece of gum?
Everybody's doing it.
No, I need some. I need some water.
Oh, I
I'm
got
finna go get some water.
Okay.
So you're
So real quick, hold on.
against it.
For the NFL?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid. What are we doing?
Why is
Dude.
it stupid?
Because, okay, if let's say the Titans.
You literally could tank games to get a better pick. You could.
I know. And if the Giants did, they would have had Cam Ward.
Right.
I know.
That was a confluence of destruction. Because the Bills rested all their starters and then Joe Milton went out there and just threw dimes all over the field.
Joe Milton just screwing the Giants.
Screwed the Giants, helped the Titans.
Yeah.
There you go, Joe.
So
He
in
wanted
the
to be a Titan.
NFL, these players, though, like those top picks, they play immediately, right? Immediately. First rounds.
Yep.
Not necessarily the same for NHL, right? I mean, usually they're developmental, more of a developmental draft. Developmental is probably not the right word, right?
It's close.
What about the NBA? Are your top picks playing immediately?
Yes.
Yeah. Most of them.
Most of them are. Yeah.
They shouldn't.
And they
have a
probably
lottery
shouldn't be.
either. Well, I mean, you can make the argument that NFL
Shouldn't be, though.
shouldn't be either, but
Yeah, I was looking at a guy the other day, man. He came off the bench at Florida State, and he got drafted 5th. And
it's so weird.
it's like he averaged like 9 points.
Yeah, like your college basketball career doesn't. I mean, unless you're one of the elites of the elite, right?
Yeah, and you playing with an elite bunch.
But even then, I mean,
It's
some of the
still like-
great college basketball players are not even top 10 picks in
Yep.
the draft.
It's nuts.
So different. NFL is very different from that standpoint. But
But Rich,
I don't know.
Rich said that the team should be relegated to like a developmental league.
Like soccer.
Yep. I think it should be. I would
That's
be
it.
cool
I
with
mean,
that.
that's a
That is an
big
interesting
deal
idea.
overseas.
That's how it was over. That's exactly how it was
That's a big
overseas.
deal.
The
yeah.
Milwaukee Bucks have been relegated to the G League.
Like,
UFL.
and then at the end of the season, like those games that don't matter, like people are not playing for it. Like I've been on one of those teams where you want it. If you're at the top league, the bottom 2 teams get relegated to the second division,
Right.
and the 2 teams from the bottom they advance up.
Move up.
Or you can have a team pay like a luxury tax, if you will, and kind of buy its way back into the top league. But one of them teams going down, and it's probably the lowest team. I'm all for that. That was because you're gonna be fighting. Well, it's like a playoff. It's like a playoff. The 2 worst teams in the league. There's like a playoff atmosphere, and it was packed. So, yeah,
That's interesting.
I would be with that. I would be with that.
So create like a minor league system. Like in baseball, you could do it. Like the Brewers are going down to AAA. And the Nashville Sounds are in the majors.
You just can't do
Ooh.
it. Football is just a different animal.
Boy, baseball purists would,
That would be a disaster.
yeah, they'd run at me with axes and like fire torches and stuff.
Oh, axes.
Also, you just move your rosters around.
Richard said if you're not competitive, you should be playing in the UFL, then earn your way back to the NFL. That's how it goes, though.
There's some
I like this,
talent
Richard
in the
Hendricks.
UFL, man.
I mean, it'll never happen, but it was an interesting, creative idea. You okay?
Will you go get some water?
I am in
Go.
a minute.
Go. We got this. Go.
It's time to break anyway. 4 o'clock hour coming up. What do y'all want to talk about? You want to talk a little bit about Tennessee and Vanderbilt coming up? Do you want to talk about, from the college football U, the worst coaching hires of the last decade?
That's what I want to talk about.
You want to do that next?
Yeah.
Babs picks the topics today on Tuesday, 3HL
I'm in
1045 The
charge.
Zone.
Are your monthly bills keeping you up at night? Maybe you're worried about your finances in these crazy times. Well, if you are like most people here in our area, Middle Tennessee, you've racked up a sizable amount on your credit cards. But if you own a home, you have a super easy way to get tens or even hundreds of thousands out in cash. All you have to do is call Loan Pronto. Loan Pronto has lots of options for helping you tap into the equity of your home and get that cash out, the cash you need to get back on solid footing. Most homeowners who do this end up wiping out all of their credit card debt, cutting their monthly expenses by $1,000. That's the average. So you didn't mean to end up here, but you don't have to keep stressing about money. Call Loan Pronto for fast, debt relief now. 615-499-5780. You can start the entire process. LoanPronto.com. 615-499-5780. LoanPronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Subject to lender approval. NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
What up, y'all? Vertical Gyms. How about that? VerticalGyms.com is where you need to head to. It's the place to sharpen your skills, grow your game, and rise above the rim. 2328 Jackson Downs Boulevard. I was there for the grand opening, the ribbon cutting. Hey, it was something to behold. You walk in, and they automatically, as soon as you go through the door, you have the turf right there. You can get your football training in. Right there to the right, they got the weights and everything you have set up as far as the band work. And then you have two rooms that are set up for individual training. Free throw line extended with baskets where you can get it closed off where it can just be you and your trainer. Then you walk into the gym. All access, man. I mean, 6 different baskets. Get ready for camps. Get ready for shootings, shooting clinics, leagues. Monthly memberships are available and more. All you got to do is go to verticalgyms.com, get a part of it, get your game where it's supposed to be, and that's above the rim. Vertical Gyms.
Good afternoon. It's 4:03. I'm Joseph Bonanno live from the 104.5 The Zone studios. In college hoops news today, Tennessee basketball has reportedly reached out to Oklahoma transfer shooting guard Duke Miles. According to a report from Tobias Bass of The Athletic, Miles originally scheduled to visit Tennessee before he committed to Texas A&M, where he has since backed out of that commitment. The Vols currently have one available scholarship spot on their roster. College baseball tonight, Tennessee baseball hosts Indiana State at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. First pitch at 5 p.m., while Vanderbilt on the road against Louisville with the first pitch at 6 o'clock. Tennessee and Vandy will face off against each other this weekend in Knoxville. Nashville SC back in action tonight at Geodis Park for a U.S. Open Cup match. The boys in gold will face off against Chattanooga Red Wolves SC at 7 p.m. For Foundation of Rare and whatever needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
There she is. She's Babsy Davenport.
What up, party people? That's right. And happy Tuesday to ya. Slay got a water. He's back.
I'm proud of you for making through that live spot. I didn't think you were going to be able to do that.
Yeah, he still sounds like crap.
Well,
Do you know they say actually drinking water when you're choking like that doesn't help you?
So what helps?
yeah, I don't think I'm choking. I think I just got something in my throat.
Let me clear my throat.
Yeah, no. I do know one thing.
What do you know?
And
I do know one thing.
I got to call my doctor, Dr. Jones Woods. Shout out to her and her little doctor's office. Set up my
a little doctor.
yearly little
Physical?
checkup. Yeah, physical. That's one. The second thing is,
doctor?
yeah, she's super cool too.
Huh.
The other one is shout
That
out
is
to Brian
interesting.
Klotz.
Brian
My guy.
Klotz.
Yeah, that's over there at Kellum Stem Cell Institute. I just talked to him, and they got a new lab. I told him I need to come and get hit with a little refill of the secret sauce
Yeah, you do.
to get my knees back to working.
Well, because I don't think you haven't been since basketball season ended,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
You know better than that.
I do know better than that. And another shout out, I need to get over there to Paul's in Green Hills.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Man, hey y'all. Let me tell you something. I don't even know what I'm gonna tell you. I do
Slay
know.
Dog is here.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
Let's jump right through that hoop.
I got it. I'm finna tell y'all in just a second. Darn. That is. My God. All right, y'all. I
Brian
got my
Klotz,
car.
are we back to
I just had
Klotz?
to get my carburetor cleaned out right there. I cleaned my carburetor out. Shout out to my guy Mike Bailey.
A lot of shout outs today.
Yeah, so I'm coming to see you, man. Paul's studio over there in Green Hills. Me and Babsy went over there before. It's time for me to go back. I need to get my body back together. My body is falling apart. I feel like the Tin Man.
Mm-hmm. You walk like him, too.
Like you need oil? You walk like
No.
him, too.
I mean, you do.
Wait a minute. What, you're not what? What are you not doing? What you not?
I'm not being rude.
If you have to say I'm not being rude, you're being rude.
I got because I feel like
That's what Mr. Babs says to me in the morning when I get out of bed. He's like, "What are you, the Tin Man?" Because my knees are shot.
it's weird. Like it came out of nowhere. Like I can actually touch the spot, so it's not really nothing inside.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
My knees.
Oh.
I can put my finger on this. You know how you go to the doctor and they say, "Show me where it hurts." And sometimes
You
be
can
like,
literally
well,
do
it's
it.
inside, it's behind the knee. No, I can feel it right there on the bone. On both of them.
Did you run into something or something?
Man, I don't think so.
Okay.
That's how, just like sleepwalking. I don't think I ever had that problem.
1045 The Zone has teamed up with Game Terminal for their 4th annual Beer Fest. On Saturday, May 17th, that's coming up. Get ready for a day filled with beer, cider, and alcohol tastings, games, fun, and excitement. Buy your tickets now for $40 or $50 at the door. Beer tastings, gift bag, and swag will be included with each purchase, and a portion of the proceeds will go to the Nashville Humane Association. For more information or to purchase tickets, visit 1045thezone.com/events. That is what's coming up. Browns rookie quarterback Shador Sanders will wear his mentor's number.
12?
Yep. Tom Brady. He's going to wear number 12. So he's, instead of TB12, he's going to be SS12. Meaning,
this is
SS, we need help when I throw the football.
but why?
I'm just kidding. That's a joke. I actually think
I'm saying
he's got a chance to be good, but we'll see.
saying the number.
Oh, the number?
Yeah, why not?
Why
make
is that
your
a
own
story?
number?
Oh, why don't you get your own number? Well, I mean, somebody's always had a number.
Yeah.
Unless they let you be, 101. You know what I mean? Or give him 100. What if he was number 100 quarterback?
No, he should have been like
allowed.
99. Yeah.
Why not, though? I think the NFL's too rigid, man. Especially with the uniform stuff. If y'all knew how rigid they were with uniform violations, like they
it's
have a
stupid.
guy on the field walking around before the game making sure the sock links are right or stuff like that.
Basketball done got really lax. I'm proud of the NFL. Stay on it. Make them side be quarter. What is it supposed to be to the calf and down or something?
I don't know.
Is Blaine a
help us.
uniform checker?
Is it?
Blaine's the one that got me in on it because Blaine was like,
Maybe he is.
Blaine was always acutely aware of those things.
I think
Maybe he is.
He's a detail guy.
I think he does work for the uniform policy for the NFL.
Oh, we'll have to. I'll
Uniform
text him.
police?
No, well, I guess if you want to call it the police.
Yeah. Harold in our chat said, yeah, Blaine Bishop is that guy. There you go. I don't mind it. I like the structure of it. I like that you're not going to have crazy distracting stuff going on.
I don't really care about
I'm
that,
good
but
with it.
this is where I was going, though.
I'm
like,
good with the number thing, too.
I'm not.
The
well, I
three-digit
am,
number?
because then you... No.
Oh.
I like the way the colleges do it. Like, I like to
how
see a big
rigid
old...
the number is.
like, receivers have to be either teens or 80s, and offensive linemen can only be this, and all that. Like, colleges, you can be whatever number you want to be. And so that's why, I love, remember Shy Tuttle? Big old dude wearing number 1?
One, yeah.
That was cool.
What it doesn't look cool on is a guy like Deshaun Watson. There was a Deshaun Watson that played for Florida, the humongous D tackle.
No, Deshaun Watson's a happy baby yoga pose.
His last name is Watson. His first name is not Deshaun.
What's his first name?
I don't know.
I'll look it up.
Are you talking about the 400-pound
Yes. He is huge.
lineman? Yeah.
Did y'all see the...
Desmond Watson.
Close.
It started
He
with
wore
a
number
D.
21 at 400
21.
and something.
That 21 looks so small.
464 pounds.
Did you see the picture from the combine with him next to the smallest guy who weighed 140 pounds?
Yes. Look crazy.
Where did that guy end up going, Seth? You still have it up there? Ramon said it was a Watson. Look at your brother taking it for
He's
you.
on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, that's a good place for him next to Vita Vea. Can you imagine?
Yeah, you're not running on that.
Dude, goal line situation?
Ooh.
Ramon said Big Boy is his name.
That sure was. Big boy was big. Big boy for Kentucky, too.
You put the 400-pound guy next to Vita Vea? I mean, you ain't running between the
No, you're not no goal line.
That's what I'm saying.
You go straight bootleg.
Vita Vea is 346 pounds.
But he plays like he's 500
He sure
pounds.
do.
He plays like he's a sumo wrestler.
You sure do.
You can't move that guy.
So that would be almost
800 pounds of
800
dude.
pounds of man right there in the middle.
John Madden would say 800 pounds of dude.
Dude.
So, anyway, yeah, number 12.
No, it ain't too hot for him down now.
You want the worst coaching hires of the last decade?
Yeah, I was going to say I'm in charge and I want the worst coaching hires
Get
now.
him, Babsy.
We'll do it when we come back. No, I'm just
That's
kidding.
bull.
I'll do a couple of them.
Do a couple.
And then we'll come back and finish the list. Worst coaching hires of the last decade from the college football U. Les Miles at Kansas.
Eat the grass.
Their response was, I forgot Les Miles coached at Kansas.
I did not.
I didn't
either. But then, because then his first year, he had a good year, didn't he?
Well, I mean, he was 3-18 in 2 seasons.
Damn.
But you're
I thought
right.
he got
There
it was
was
something
a
that
lot
was
of
going on.
talk. He was getting decent recruits.
Maybe they went 2-0. It's something weird happened.
Something
where it
weird
was-
happened. Yeah, and Kansas had lost a ton of
a lot
games
of
in a
hype.
row.
Oh, Kansas is a disaster.
You know, we hadn't heard much from Les Miles lately.
Where is he?
I'm worried about him.
Dude, he's just living his best life,
You
not
think so?
having to
Getting
deal
paid.
with any of us.
Ryan Walters, anybody know him?
Yes.
Well, yeah, you
He
probably
was
did a Purdue game.
and also he was the Missouri defensive coordinator before he became the head coach at Purdue. He's
See, I'm
awesome. I like him.
I'm not going to get any of these names by you.
No.
Ryan Walters, Purdue, 2023 to 2024, 5-19.
I mean, what'd they give him? A year and a half? Jeez.
Right, but that's coming off Brom, who won.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's fair.
So when you literally drive the program back off the cliff,
Yeah.
you know,
After they finally got
Yeah.
it back on the track.
Brom
yeah.
went down into the valley and he figured out how to get the program into like a hot air balloon or something that lifted it back up onto the promised land. And then this guy came in, your buddy, and just drove it right back off the cliff. Thelma and Louise style.
He's very soft-spoken coach.
I'll do one more and then we'll break, and then we've got several other names.
Okay.
Jeremy Pruitt, Tennessee.
Yeah, I knew he'd be in there.
2018 to 2020, 5-19.
Golly.
He only won five games.
Hello.
5 games.
I
Please.
think I might have worked all 5 of them.
Wasn't he winless during COVID? That
in
weird
SEC
COVID season?
In SEC play, he was winless.
That's
Yeah.
all they played that year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was wearing a turtleneck to his ass.
Do you remember that?
I was so stupid.
God, he's so
with a
weird.
hat.
He got an extension.
Whale.
He got an extension after that bowl win over Indiana.
Yep.
A bowl win.
Well, a game that they had to come back from, and a freshman Eric Gray is the reason that they won.
That's
because
right.
of an onside kick.
Wasn't the Indiana quarterback Michael Penix Jr.? I think it was.
It was.
I think it was.
I bet I never hear about Tennessee not having money because we just gave it away on that one.
Jeremy Pruitt beat Michael Penix Jr. Sorry, Travis Harder. We had to relive that.
I just got a text from him. Screw Purdue.
Oh, he's going to be texting now because, 1 out of 5 wins was against Indiana for Jeremy
Do
Pruitt.
you remember what bowl game that was?
Was it the Peach Bowl?
The Gator Bowl.
Gator Bowl.
Gator Bowl. The Tax Slayer Gator Bowl.
All right, more of this list. It's interesting. Next, 3HL 1045 The Zone. If you want in, 615-737-1045.
Well, you want to look and feel better about yourself? Well, when you're crossing that mirror and you're going in that threshold to the closet to make sure you're putting on something beautiful, well, you need to make sure the top of your head looks right, too. You can get a thicker, fuller head of hair up there. That's all you got to do is go to WeGrowHair.com. Yes, right. PAI Medical. Let me just say that one more time. PAI Medical, making sure you get everything that you need. All you got to do is give them a call at 615-376-6010, 615-376-6010. Get your free consultation today. When it comes to laser treatments, there is no one that can do you better. I go in there and get a 45-minute treatment, mostly 30-minute, and get right on out of there. But you got great Wi-Fi, you can get your work done, whatever you're looking forward to doing. Restore your hair and confidence. It's real easy to do. No one else in Tennessee has the artist robotic FUE procedure, and We Grow Hair has high-density hair transplants to give you 2 times more hair. So 615-376-6010, that's the number for WeGrowHair.com.
A lot of storms in the area the past few weeks, and we're still going to have that little issue. So you need storm-ready Wi-Fi. Stay connected even when the power is out. Only with Xfinity. Add storm-ready Wi-Fi and stay connected even when the unexpected happens. Only with Xfinity. Set up in minutes to help keep your home online when the unexpected happens. Stay connected even when the power's out. Only with Xfinity. Stay reliably connected through outages with unlimited cellular data to back you up. Only with Xfinity keeps your home online with free unlimited cellular data. Stay online during power and network outages with up to 4 hours of battery backup. Automatically switch to cellular data during outages. This works really well, y'all. Stay informed about your home network status with Xfinity app notifications. Storm-ready Wi-Fi is working for you even on those bright, sunny days by extending your Wi-Fi network and reducing dead spots. The first internet provider in the United States to keep you connected through outages with unlimited cellular data. Not only does Storm-ready Wi-Fi keep you connected through outages, it's also their best Wi-Fi boost pod ever. Restrictions apply. Only available in areas within range of applicable 4G LTE cellular signal, limited to Xfinity Internet customers with 800 megabits per second service or higher and compatible Xfinity gateway. Xfinity.com, 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today.
Whether you're a homeowner creating your dream space or a pro managing multiple projects, discover a new way to shop at Ferguson Home, where great ideas become stunning spaces. Ferguson Home is designed for the way you want to shop. Explore the best selection of bath, kitchen, and lighting products online, or experience items firsthand in one of our showrooms. Our experts offer personalized support every step of the way. Bring your vision to Ferguson Home, where it all comes together. Shop top brands like Hinckley or find your local showroom at fergusonhome.com.
3HL 1045, The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay with you. The executive producer of 3HL is Seth.
What's up?
What a beautiful day outside. I think the rain is coming back, though. I think we have like a one-day respite.
Oh, the rain don't give a damn. It know what to do. It come back and just spoil all
I
this.
need it to go away. I need to lay some mulch.
Nah, it's gonna be. Nah, that's what I won't be.
Pay a guy.
Nah, I ain't even gonna pay
Dude.
a guy. It's
Yeah,
not-
he's sitting in my house. It's called Mr. Babs.
Nothing kills my lower back more than putting mulch out.
man, I'm done with all that.
Oh,
I
it's
did that when I was
brutal.
little, man.
No, hey, listen.
Doing that
Mama
no more.
is
Planting
going-
flowers and all that.
I can't imagine you ever being little.
No,
Man, I was out there.
you can't do it. You're too big.
I was planting flowers when I was little. I know how to garden.
You do?
Hell yeah, I was cold.
I need you to come
I worked
to
at
my
one.
house.
I worked at a little garden out there out East Nashville.
You did?
Yeah, I don't think it was supposed to be known though, because I was underage, but I looked old enough. I was like 12.
Wait, you worked in a garden? Is this like a store or
A garden store.
Okay.
Yeah, out east. If I took it to you, it's probably some still over there, some garden related.
The things you learn.
Yeah.
30,
So you're saying you can lay my mulch?
I'm cold. I just can't do it. I can't do it no more, baby.
I'm a perfectionist with mulch.
burnt
That's
out.
why it ends up hurting my back because I get down on my hands and knees and like.
You got to. You can't garden. You can't garden. You can't do anything.
Some people like have a
it
blow machine type thing and just.
How much that costs?
I don't know. That's why you pay a guy. The guy you pay, he's doing it that way because he's going to do like 12 yards in one day.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Tomorrow.
going out of town this weekend, going to the happiest place on earth. A little,
Is that this weekend?
our Mother's Day tradition with my mom and my daughter, which is so fun. But it's the perfect weekend for Mr. Babs to lay some mulch.
No, it's
I
gonna
was
rain
gonna
all
say,
weekend.
I was going to say he actually has like his own little holiday.
I'll be over there. Make sure he don't do anything.
Yeah, his holiday is get the backyard summer ready.
They've changed the forecast. So tomorrow, 74 and 60, 34% chance of rain. And then Thursday, partly cloudy. Friday, partly cloudy. All in the 70s. Saturday, partly cloudy. Sunday, partly cloudy.
Perfect day to work in the yard.
Sunday is going to be 79 degrees.
Don't be texting him, Slay.
I am.
No, he has a very long to-do list.
No, it's other things to get ready too. Let's get our liver, get our lungs ready.
Our liver ready for
Yeah, our
what?
joints ready to put knees up and then put knees down.
I shouldn't have told you guys.
Oh no, we'll be there in effect. To pick up
I
wood,
kept waiting for the
lay
phone call
wood
last
in
weekend to get
fireplace.
over there.
What was I
Or
doing
was
last
that
weekend?
or was that the weekend before?
It was the
Weekend
weekend before.
Yeah.
When I was at UFL.
Yeah. Nothing ever happened
It
there.
rained bad that weekend, though,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Jael with a good point. Pruitt recruited Hendon Hooker. Y'all should be grateful.
No.
He got him to transfer
No, Hypo retained Hendon Hooker.
and made him the starter.
So we should be thankful.
And
So-
developed them.
Wait. Here's the question, though. What would Hendon Hooker have been in a Jeremy Pruitt offense?
Like, just probably like him. Probably
mean-
wearing a little scarf over his head or something.
I don't think there even was a Jeremy Pruitt
It wasn't.
offense.
It wasn't.
Honestly.
It wasn't.
There really wasn't.
So Pruitt on this list from the College Football U, the worst coaching hires of the last decade. We're in list week, that's for sure. Jeremy Pruitt, 5-19 was his record, 2018 to 2020 is what they say. The next guy on the list, worst coaching hires of the last decade, Kevin Sumlin, Arizona.
Oh, that
2018 to 2020, 9-20 was his record.
That's tough.
that was a bad one.
So during the break, I mentioned that to you guys, and we're like, where is Kevin Sumlin? He's the associate head coach at Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's with Loxley,
That's his name. I could not.
Mike
Yeah,
Loxley.
Mike Loxley.
Yep.
who we love.
Yeah,
He's
great dude.
A great
If
guest.
if you look at, I don't have his numbers in front of me, but best I can remember, if you look at Kevin Sumlin's career, the only time he won was with Manziel, right?
Yeah, that's a special guy.
And man, he was the hottest dude out there for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm. At least two for sure.
He stayed one time and then he left
They helped build the stadium.
and took a bank
Roll.
at Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
9 wins in 29 games.
Sometimes you got to slide on through.
Here's one for you, Babsy. Brian Harsin, Auburn.
Ain't that the truth?
What was his record? Did he even have a record?
You know what? His record was disaster.
It was 18-20.
Really?
But
I think he
It
had a
was
good year.
I didn't even think he
early.
was that good.
bad. It was such a bad fit.
Didn't he have a
Bad fit.
good year early? And that's why he ended up there for 5 years.
Yeah. Well,
He was at Auburn for 5 years?
Yeah.
What was I at?
Yeah, he
I don't
started.
know, but for like 2 years, Auburn people were trying to get him fired. Like they were going behind his back and everything.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it was he was not a good fit from the get-go. Like just personality, culture, all of that, like he just was not it. Didn't want to chat with donors, didn't want to do any of that stuff. I mean, like Gus Malzahn
this is wrong.
Socially awkward.
There's no way he could have been there 5 years.
No, this is wrong. He was there 2021 and 2022.
I was going to say, I remember I was at SEC Media Day when he first got hired, and I was like.
He was 9 and 12.
Yeah.
He was 9 and 12.
Yep.
He won early. So
he was 6 and 7 his first year, and then he didn't finish his second year.
Right, because they've got rid of him, which
Okay.
they were trying. I mean, it started early. But his first year was, I worked that spring game, his very first year where Bo Nix took over as the quarterback.
Yeah, I remember that. I was about to say 5 years. I was like, man, either I'm tripping or years just done flown by.
Dude, it felt like 5 years.
Wasn't he the reason?
It felt like 10 years.
Maybe
Ronnie
that's what this
Brown.
list is. It feels like he was there for 5 years.
Isn't he the reason at Cal they lost their entire running back room?
Oh, yeah.
Like I think I saw like when it came out, like all 5 of their running backs entered the transfer portal.
Oh, yeah, that definitely happened.
That he was the reason behind the transfers because nobody wanted to play under him.
Yeah, he's a weird dude.
Where was that, though? That's not at Cal.
Yeah, it was Cal because they had the former Vols running back Justin Williams Thomas was a
He's
part of that
the
group.
offensive coordinator at Cal.
Listen, he's dead to me, so it really doesn't
It
matter.
sure did. Savage boy. Savage got a good memory.
Yeah, but do you remember? So the thing was, okay, Gus was more just kind of socially awkward. That's just him, right? And so that's where maybe he had some issues with donors and all of that. But Harsin was just wanted nothing to do with any of it.
That's crazy.
And you can't piss off Yellowwood.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely true.
Straight pissed him off.
Here's the next name on the list. Scott Frost, Nebraska.
That's a tough one right there.
Just couldn't get it going.
If it was
there.
any of those that was supposed to go right, it should have been that one.
Right? He wins his claimed national title, and then he goes home.
Oh, like that was the story.
Yeah, you can never go home again. Open. That's from Grosse Pointe Blank.
I'll say
But
this,
if you do,
though,
you can shop there.
Well, shoot, he did go back home to UCF.
Yeah, he's done it again.
Yeah. But I will say, too, I felt like when he took over at Nebraska at that point, too, I mean, it was pre-NIL. And I just felt like from a recruiting standpoint, they just didn't have a lot to offer. It wasn't, like the kids, the young athletes at this point didn't know the history of Nebraska. And, I mean, that's a hard place to recruit to,
No
honestly.
question. So first of all, you got to go lock down the state.
Right.
Here's his record. How do you recruit to Nebraska these days?
Yeah.
Well, I think now with NIL,
that's the only way.
Better.
It's probably better.
Easier. Yeah. But when he took over, it wasn't NIL era.
13-0 with UCF in 2017. He takes a Nebraska job. 2018, 4-8. 2019, 5-7. 2020, 3-5. 2021, 3-9. 2022, 1-2.
Now he lasted a long time.
16-31.
That's a lot of boy. You got to be homegrown to stick it out like that
to get that
kind of leash.
Courtesy.
Man, what?
The best he finished the best he finished in the conference was 5th.
Hey, no, you can't. No, come on, man. Like, come on, dog.
So
you can't be that
4-8. Year 1, 4-8. Okay, that's fine. That's year 1.
Cool, straight.
Yeah, that's a mulligan.
Yeah.
Year 2, 5-7. Well, you won one more game than
Come on,
you
got to get his guys. His guys about to get in. The ones he recruited.
2020, 3-5. Well, it's COVID.
That's
challenges.
All right. Okay.
2021, 3-9.
I know.
Okay, you're on a hot seat.
Now come in here. I need to talk to you.
2022, you don't get out of 3 games. 1-2.
Get on out of here. We want to leave. We wanted to get you out of here last year.
He has not been a head coach since 2022, and now he's got the UCF job again.
We're back at it, baby. You can always go home, y'all. Kids, remember that. That's why it's good to go to in-state schools, y'all. You can always go back home.
Was he there when they
good standing.
when they claimed their national championship title over Alabama.
It was him.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, he the man.
13-0.
National,
Danny
national,
there still too? Danny White wasn't still there, he wasn't.
Yeah, he
Yes.
was.
Yeah, he brought it. Yeah, so, man, all
Danny
we got
White
to do
was
is come close a bit. Tennessee Vols fans, y'all hear that? If we just come close, we can go get our own championship. We don't need no college football playoff.
What are you talking about?
And then he get that
No,
one.
you can't claim a national title now, not with a playoff going on.
No.
No, you can do what the hell you want to.
So
All you
should
gotta do is hang
Florida?
a banner. Don't they got a banner hanging?
Yes, they do.
That's well.
So should Florida State claim a national championship title?
Yes.
When Jordan Travis got hurt, they went
Yes.
13-0, got left out.
Yes.
When they didn't make it.
Yes.
Did you see Jordan Travis's?
Yeah, he retired from the NFL.
Yeah, he got
Done
it. Yeah,
done with
that's
football.
good for him though. He can always go back home. I'm telling you, he's gonna be in great standing.
Here's
too.
the next name on the list. And so when I was at Tennessee, the only thing I had left to do was an internship, and I did it in Bowling Green with Mickey Ryan at WBKO. So I did a TV internship, and we went over. And man, Mickey did an incredible job, and he drove 100,000 miles an hour all over South Central Kentucky, and got tickets and all this stuff. The cop would never give him a ticket once he realized he was,
Mickey.
news guy or sports guy. But one time the guy was like, "Where are you going?" He told him, and he's like, "My son's number 36." He goes, "Your son will be on television tonight."
Wow.
But anyway, that's when I realized I didn't want to do TV. Why was I saying that? Oh, Willie Taggart was the quarterback at Western Kentucky. So one of the things that we did, we got real tight with Jack Harbaugh, who was the best. I mean, the best. And so we'd go cover Western Kentucky, and Willie Taggart was the quarterback, and they won the national championship somewhere in there. But anyway, Willie Taggart, Florida State, 2018-19. He was 9-12.
Why did I think Willie Taggart played in Miami?
I don't know.
That's wild by me.
I don't know. He coached at Western Kentucky, then went to South Florida. He went 10-2 his fourth year at South Florida. Got the Oregon job, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Lasted 1 year, 7-5. Then went to Florida State in 2018, 5-7, 4-5. Fired there. Then went to Florida Atlantic, 5-4, 5-7, 5-7. He's the running backs coach with the Baltimore Ravens now. He's got Derrick Henry.
Maybe I was thinking about Simmons, Willie Simmons.
Willie Simmons. He played at Tennessee a long time ago.
Did he?
Probably when you were there. Or no, I think it was before you, actually.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of football names.
Next on the list, Jeff Collins. You remember him? I did not.
Yes, GEOFF.
That's right.
Georgia Tech.
Go,
Yep.
Babsy.
That's right.
What's he doing now?
I don't
Shit,
know.
let me look him up.
Slade's
I think
Slade's
he's
got me
a-
looking for Willie Taggart's playing career.
Jeff Collins,
Yeah.
Georgia Tech.
But didn't he? I'm trying to remember, but didn't he take over?
North Carolina defensive coordinator.
Yeah. That's right. I knew I saw him recently, which he's a great defensive mind. But I think didn't he take over right when they switched
Yes.
offenses and
Out of the whisper.
out of the So I think that probably had a lot to do with it.
And that has a lot to do with the next and last guy on this list.
Yeah, but I will say this: Jeff Collins was not well liked around the Georgia Tech people while he was there, at all. It's a common theme here. Although I guess
I
you're
think this
easier
next
to
guy's
like if
that
you're
way,
winning.
Too.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
figure out
Collins
where he
switched
is.
it from the triple option. That's hard to switch an entire roster when
You have no receivers.
you have no receivers when you've recruited that way for years.
Georgia Tech managed to, during those option years, they had two receivers that ended up, huge
Yeah,
stars in the
that's
NFL. So that's weird. The last guy on the list, and then we'll move on. Chad Morris, Arkansas.
Ooh, yeah.
That was the same deal.
Yep.
He wanted to throw it around, but remember the year before they had recruited, who was there before Chad Morris? Oh, it was Houston Nutt, right?
No, there was one.
No,
in
there was
between.
one between them. Anyway, remember
Come on, Slay.
the year that that Chad Morris got there, they had signed 4 tight ends, like 4 of the top tight ends in the country.
Yeah.
And then he's coming in here with all these wide receiver boys. And then he went to Auburn with Gus.
Yeah, because again, he's that like offensive mind or whatever. Wasn't it Bielema?
Oh, it was Bielema.
It was
Yep,
Bielema.
It was Bielema.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like him.
How
He's a
could we
fun guy to
forget
talk
it was
to. That's crazy.
Bielema? Come
Yeah.
on, that guy.
He's something.
I remember doing a spring game
They talking good about his team this year.
for Bielema at Arkansas, and there's like some underground bar or whatever. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'll talk to you guys at the bar." Like, really?
Meet you over there.
Okay.
What we doing here?
Spring football, baby.
So what is up next, Babs? Is it Slay was right about the NBA and talk about what happened last night and what's going to happen today?
What's my other option? Just kidding. Slay.
NHL college baseball midweek games. Tennessee Vandy coming up this weekend.
You remember how upset I used to get when you used to do basketball like that?
Yeah.
But then you got to know her.
Yeah, I know. I like yeah.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, it is what it is.
Also, Captain Tony will lead us off when we come back.
We might be talking about what Captain Tony's talking about.
What is he talking about?
Just wait.
Remember Captain Caveman? That was something.
Captain Caveman!
I do not remember.
We'll be right back.
What's happening, y'all? Low T is where you need to be. Why do you need to be? Because Low T gets you right. They get you working the way you need to. The problem and the solution is already here. Time for gatherings, time for friends and family, activities and holidays. But how? How you going to keep up if you got low testosterone levels and draining your energy? The answer, TRT with Low T Center. Online TRT services might seem convenient, but often you end up spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on unreliable test kits, then waiting for days for lab results before you even know if you qualify. They say you meet with a doctor, but sometimes you don't even see a person on the screen. Do you feel comfortable trusting your health to a chat? And after all that, you have to wait again to get your meds in the mail. Does that sound like quality care to you? No way. Get over to Low T Center where they can make it happen. Go to lowtcenter.com. Lowt.com is where you can head to make sure you get everything you need, whether prescription weight loss medicines or get your testosterone levels checked and get back into the game. Get over to lowtcenter.com.
All right. We all love our local sports around here, especially our women's and girls local sports, right? Well, the local team Legacy Group at UBS Financial Services in Franklin has always been strong supporter of women and girls in sports, and they want us to give a shout out to some local girls sports events. How about this awesome invitational tournament coming up? Starts tomorrow, I do believe. A girls flag football statewide invitational tournament held at Richard Siegel Soccer Complex. It's in Murfreesboro, May 7th and 8th. You've got district-wide winners from throughout the state that are invited to play and win an unofficial state championship. Flag football, not completely a sanctioned high school sport yet this year, so no official state champion. The sport, of course, will become official in the future. And the tournament will feature pool play the first day and championship rounds on Thursday. So go check that out. And thank you, brought to you by the Legacy Group at UBS Financial Services in Franklin, Tennessee. If you have $1 million or more to invest and you want to do that with a local team, call financial advisors Robert Reynolds, Jim Candela, Brent Thompson, or David Reynolds, 615-721-4921. See if they can help you achieve your financial goals. For their client relationship summary disclosures, visit ubs.com/relationship summary. UBS Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA/SIBC.
It's me against the world, baby. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Do you think that song would have been a hit had I done it?
No. I don't know if your flow would have been as rhythmic.
Yeah, it hurt my flow.
Give me some.
No.
Mike's open, yo. Mike's always open.
He can't handle the pressure. He's like
I will
Eminem.
I will not disrespect Tupac.
I found a place where we can.
That was a good sound effect.
Thank you. I found a place where we can have our
Karaoke night?
Yep.
How did I know that?
That's what I was gonna say. How'd you know we were talking about that?
I don't know.
Y'all are just like a couple.
You
Finish each other's
that too.
Finish each other's sentences. You
Yeah.
do it too, though.
Right.
We all three do it to each other.
Yes.
It's because we've been working together too long now.
Well,
We're on the same verbal
not
cycle.
Yes.
Where? Wait, he didn't finish. Where?
No, finish.
Oh, Hutton Hotel.
The analog room?
Yep.
They do it there?
I don't know. We could.
Oh.
Slay's just okay. All right.
Couldn't
Okay, Slay's just thinking.
We could do it inside the Parthenon with Athena standing there if we wanted
No,
to.
we'll need to disturb her.
No.
Oh, yeah, you're scared of her.
Yeah, she's in my dreams.
Oh boy.
She is.
We're on the same verbal cycle. That's going down. I like Babs picks the topics days. Although
What did she pick?
well,
Well, first I picked the phone call.
which is
okay.
Captain Tony next up on 3HL. What up, CT?
What's going on, guys? How you doing today?
Good,
Good.
man.
Love the golf outfits. Totally did match gray and green, but I love the thought of just being out there on the course.
Gray and green matches.
Yeah, but that
Anything,
green was
matter?
hideous.
Okay. well,
that
I-
highlighter
I-
green, I don't know, man.
anything matches with highlighter green.
Like Amazon rainforest green. I just didn't.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Tony.
But I love the golf thing though. I hope y'all shot them well today. Golf is one of my favorite.
I think we
favorite
all
things to
had
do.
like one really good shot, and then the rest of them were,
Yep.
I think that was
Well,
it.
All
That's
I know
about
is
right.
I saw Ron's shot with his iron, and I heard him say it's on the green. And
No, that was me that said that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But,
So hey, good on him.
I mean, so then Todd Furman goes after us on Twitter. He's like, well, we didn't see the ball on the green. Like, you didn't shoot that.
Wait. When I'm on the golf
Let's just
course,
say it wasn't a
160
birdie.
yards out, I may not even. I have really bad depth perception, so I may think that my ball got to the green, but it also may have went 40 yards in the woods. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that might
that's
have,
our problem.
that might have been our case.
Hey, I wanted to chirp at y'all real quick about some Karens out there. We got a lot of them out there in the world that we live in today. By the way, the left lane is for criminals, folks. If you're not doing 90, get out of the left lane. But anyways, just wanted to say, what is y'all's thoughts on this clown down in Georgia, who is suing for $100 million for emotional and punitive damages done to him by Shador Sanders going in the 5th round? This is absurd to me, and I know you guys are up against the wall here, so I'll just hang up and listen to your thoughts. I just thought that was crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, thank
it's,
you for bringing that up. Zeph has the information, and, we do have some
It's
time.
John Doe, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
he's going by
he,
John Doe.
He went anonymous,
Yep.
named himself John Doe as the plaintiff.
Wait. How did John Doe even become a thing? Like, who the hell was John Doe?
It's a doughy body, I guess.
I'll look that up during the break.
How did John and Jane Doe happen?
I'll look
Both
it
of
up.
them does.
I'll look it up in the break.
Do you know any other does?
Dosey.
No Does. Okay, what happened with the
Okay.
lawsuit?
Anyways,
Sorry, I
the
derailed.
defendant is the National Football League, and this is what John Doe is requesting. A retraction of the slanderous statements made about Shador Sanders, along with an apology for any harm caused to his reputation. I'm assuming he's talking about what the stuff that came out about what one scout said about Shador Sanders in this draft room, that stuff. 2, implementation of fair practices in the drafting process to ensure that talented players are recognized and given opportunities based on merit. I think that already happens, dude. 3, a punitive damages in the amount of $100 million for the harm caused to the plaintiff and the impact of the NFL's actions on his emotional well-being. And 5, any additional remedies the court deems appropriate, including compensatory damages. So the plaintiff requests that the court consider this complaint and take appropriate action to address the intentional emotional distress and trauma suffered as a result of the NFL's collusion practices and the harmful statements made regarding Shador Sanders.
Oh my gosh, this is so good. The number just makes it even better. $100 million.
He has to be a lawyer, right? Because you're not paying a lawyer to file this lawsuit.
Absolutely. It's John Doe is clearly a lawyer.
Yeah.
I could
John Doe Esquire.
Yes. And I could see it all happening over beers at the bar with his buddies, maybe some whiskey thrown in there, being like, oh, it's totally collusion. You should sue the NFL. This is a great idea.
Sound about right.
Okay, let's have some fun with this. That's exactly what this is. What a waste of money.
Also, how many Colorado fans are in Atlanta, Georgia, where this got submitted?
Probably quite a bit.
I mean, you never know because Atlanta's huge.
He could have been a Deion Sanders fan.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. Like, it's
Or
a
Deion
lot
Sanders
that came,
himself.
Yeah.
It's a lot that came from down there with him now.
You're saying Deion drove to Atlanta and he became John Doe.
I'm just saying he's got the money to pay a lawyer to do something stupid like this.
So I looked up the John Doe thing. Like, I still don't have an answer. The name's John Doe and Richard Rowe. I've never heard that before. That's an English thing. The names were regularly invoked in English legal instruments to satisfy technical requirements governing standing and jurisdiction, beginning perhaps as early as the reign of England's King Edward III in 1327 to 1377. That's how far back that goes. John Doe goes back to King Edward III.
He had a partner name? That was his partner name?
No, they just gave it to names that people that didn't want to be mentioned.
Oh, I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, you thought you had a partner?
No, I'm just saying there ain't no other Does.
Just toe tag for unidentified bodies.
That's similar.
Oh, they do it for that too, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what are this guy's chances of
legalese
winning?
and death for John Doe?
Hmm.
What if your name really was, like, if your last name was Doe and your parents just wanted to mess with you for your entire life and called you John?
That's what I'm saying. Are there any Does?
Like, I'm John Doe. John Doe filed this motion. Well, yeah, he's standing right there.
Can you look up and see if anybody does?
If anybody's really named John Doe.
No, just Doe.
There is a John Doe, a musician.
Yeah, but that's
his
probably
heart.
not his real name, though.
And
The
an actor.
musicians- And an actor. They always change their names.
Okay, Laserface 2030.
Laserface?
In our chat, so funny, said,
That's good.
oh yeah, the DC's trying to get his money back from his fine. Talking
That's
about
good.
the Atlanta Falcons defensive coordinator
Let's go.
whose kid prank called. I mean, that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
That is funny. Trying to get that fine money back.
615-737-1045 is the number. I looked up famous John Does, and there's not a lot coming out.
I only know one Doe.
Like in general, D-O-E?
Homer Simpson.
Doe! That's D-O-H.
That was kind
dang.
of like a dad joke.
Yes.
Weird. Yeah.
Close.
Doe!
See, you like that.
All right, you want to hit?
I always like Nelson. Uh-huh. This is where we are.
What's the next topic,
Do
Babs?
people still watch that?
Hey, man, I'll watch it anytime it comes on.
Yeah.
It's just the sports world kind of invaded their little privacy. Because it used to come out with the
It's
Simpsons.
really scary how many things that have happened in this world that they predicted in that
That's why
show.
you gotta
It's
watch
it. Oh, yeah.
really scary.
Why you got to watch it.
If
I
you
mean,
want
Donald Trump
conspiracy
becoming
theories,
president's one of them, right?
that's one of them.
Twice.
Twice, yeah.
Oh my gosh, this guy cited
Oh, my gosh.
actual acts as part of his
Lawsuit?
the Civil Rights Act and the Sherman Antitrust Act.
I mean,
I
if you're gonna file a
okay.
lawsuit,
I might
He's
jump
an
in. Yeah,
attorney.
he got to get in.
Yeah, if you're
I
gonna
might
file
get in
He's
the
going all in.
if you're going to file a lawsuit, you got to
Also-
come with your reasons, right?
I was right. He is talking about the reports and leaked statements suggesting that Sanders tanked his interviews, wasn't prepared, and was too cocky.
I mean, we heard some things. Just leave it at that.
We know it.
Yeah, but what if they're true?
Well, then he can't sue because then it's not slander; it's just fact.
Ain't true if it's not sued.
But also, he's a public figure, so any
True.
slander or
True.
libel case will get dropped immediately.
Yep.
Oh, that too.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks to be a celebrity sometimes.
Look at you.
No, that's true. I took media law, 300 at UT at
So
night,
did I.
6 to
I
9
loved
p.m.
that class.
Attorney Yor.
Did you go?
Yeah,
You said stats class?
I went to class, man.
Media law. I loved that class. Media law.
Media ecological.
Mass
Media.
Comm 300
law.
media law. It was a huge red book. Huge. They still have books. Like the kids
Probably all online.
read
I think
books.
it's last time I was in there was 2016, 17, something like that.
There is one semester where I
Is
needed.
that when you went back to school?
I think that's when I
It was
finished.
that long ago?
I know, huh?
Wow.
Exactly.
How many hours did you have left?
Like 49, 53, something crazy.
Oh, that's kind of a lot.
No,
Random number.
I had to go for a year and a half.
Oh, dang, Slay.
This was including me going, when I come home for breaks, going to summer school. Them summer schools hours might as well not even mattered.
And you probably
615
had to pay all your parking tickets,
Yeah, that
too.
was stupid.
615-737-1045. I had that issue. My mom got a parking ticket moving me in that I didn't know about
And she
I
never
was
told you.
$50.
until they said you got to pay this to get your degree.
Mine was from 2000.
Dang, they never forget.
And, no, they went downstairs and got it.
Best NFL team fits for notable remaining free agents. Examples: running back J.K. Dobbins to the Bears,
Good.
Asante Samuel to the 49ers. For the Titans, we'll tell you next. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
All right, you guys hear me talk about Zen Sports, the app getting a major upgrade, and it is going to be called the state-of-the-art VIP Play app coming later this month. And do you want to know what it's all about? I'll tell you. VIP Play will offer over 200 leagues to wager on and all of your favorite bet types. You've heard Live Now, but you haven't experienced yet Live Always. That will be on VIP Play. They've got the VIP Players Club sweepstakes. Every bet you make gets you entries into whatever their monthly sweepstakes is. And I'll tell you right now, it's always something great. The VIP Play app coming soon right here to Tennessee exclusively. If you want to learn more, head to VIPplayapp.com. Go ahead and sign up and jump in on the early VIP Play welcome bonus. Use my code DAWN, DAWN, TN. And when you make your first bet of $5 or more, you'll get $100 in bonus bets instantly. There you go, VIP Play app. It's coming. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-889-9789. You got to be 21 and older and located in Tennessee to bet.
What's up, y'all? KellumStemCellInstitute.com is where you need to head to. And first and foremost, let me give a shout out. Shout out to my guy, Brian Klotz, man. His birthday today. Happy birthday, B, man. We appreciate you. And I'm sure everybody over at Kellum Stem Cell Institute does as well. Enjoy your birthday. But if you want to be able to enjoy your birthday, get out and run around like I'm hoping I can do, I had to make that call. Yeah, I did it during the break and said, hey, I need to set up an appointment to come in there and get a little hit of the secret sauce. You probably like, what is the secret sauce? Well, that is the nanoparticles and other growth factors in my stem cells acting and getting my other cells up and moving around and improving the cell communication, increasing the energy and the output of the cells. That's right. So it's my knees that's hurting me right now. And I got to get right for this golf tournament so I can be out there, boom, driving that fairway, you know, and just doing my thing, riding around on my nice little cart and everything. Down, the secret's out. Call Kellum Stem Cell Institute today at 615-850-4415, 615-850-4415, KellumStemCellInstitute.com.
Two Rivers Ford announces employee pricing for everyone. Every tradesman, every dad, every rising star. You pay what we pay. Two Rivers Ford. Locally owned. American made.
Good evening. It's 5:04. I'm just Bonano live from the 104.5 The Zone studios. And College Hoops News says the basketball has reportedly reached back out to Oklahoma transfer shooting guard Duke Miles. According to a report from Tobias Bass of The Athletic, Miles originally scheduled to visit with Tennessee before committing to Texas A&M, where he has since backed out of his commitment. The Vols currently have one available scholarship spot on their roster. In college baseball tonight, Tennessee is hosting Indiana State at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. That game currently underway in the top of the first inning. Vanderbilt plays Louisville on the road tonight. First pitch for that one at 6 p.m. Those teams, Tennessee and Vandy, will face off against each other this weekend in Knoxville. Nashville SC back in action tonight at Geodis Park for a U.S. Open Cup match. The boys in gold facing off against Chattanooga Red Wolves SC at 7 p.m. For our foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once in your home for the Titans and Balls. This 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Don Davenport, y'all.
Hello,
Hi.
Babsy.
If you ever wondered why we call her Babs or Babsy, it's because her middle name is Babette. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Babette.
Is your mom's name Babette, too?
Yes.
Buffy
and-
Babette?
Yeah. Buff Babette.
Is her first name Buffy?
Yeah.
I thought that was a nickname.
No. Straight,
cool.
That's her real name.
Yeah, that's dope right there.
Does it not fit her perfectly?
What was her-
Absolutely.
With her little short haircut, she's always bouncing around
She's still
everywhere.
playing tennis and drinking champagne and all
Yeah,
that.
She just
she's
won
playing
something a little while
tennis
ago.
6 days a week.
It's crazy.
Her and her little homegirl
That
won
woman
something.
is 78 years old, like just
See?
rocking the.
I was like going to ask
tennis
you how
court.
old she was, and then I was like, nah, she.
Did her maiden name also start with a B?
It did.
What was her maiden name?
Barrelin.
Barrelin? Like Maryland?
How did you
So
know that?
her name was Buff Babette Barrelin.
Holy cow.
That's
Triple
a
B's.
mouthful.
Killer bees.
That's Lonzo Ball and them, the Ball family.
Yeah.
They
Or
stole
Big
her-
Boss
They stole her
Bert.
from Buff.
Bert calls himself Triple B, Big Boss Bert.
Yeah, that's
Nah, not quite
Saw a
the
video
same.
of him
yeah.
doing some kind of video thing with Buck where he was wearing a muumuu.
How did you know that her last name was started with a B?
Because her first two names started with a B, and I was like, it's got
Alliteration.
to.
Mhm.
I wouldn't.
Well, then she did it with my brother and I,
Buffy Babette.
Dawn and Dane Davenport. Yeah.
Alliteration. Did she major
Although-
in English or something?
Although she did want to, no, she's a
With the D,
dance
DVD.
major.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
DVD.
She
Uh,
danced on Broadway.
she did want to name me Chantel. And
I forgot about that.
Yeah. And then Big Tom won out on that one, though.
He would have been CBD.
Mayor Slay and Chantel back in a moment.
It just doesn't fit,
No.
does it? Nah.
She would have still been Babsy somehow.
Like, I feel like Chantel should have been like a ballerina or something, you know? It's, we're far from
What would
that.
you have been if you'd have been a dude? Did you ever ask her that?
Dang.
No, Dame was already there.
I think it was Derek. I would have been a Derek Davenport.
Wait, so that means your initials would have been CBD.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Slade just said that.
Oh, my
But
bad,
thank
Slade.
you for listening to us, Zeph.
Sorry, I was editing podcast.
Zeph,
my
our
bad.
producer.
Thanks, producer.
There's always something.
You're welcome.
Have you ever asked your mom what your name would be if you were female? I'm interested now. I'm
He
gonna
just looked
text
at
my
you
mom.
like you were crazy.
Yeah, I was coming out as me. Wasn't no alternative, man.
I know, but she didn't know that.
Oh, I knew.
Yes, but she did. You weren't naming yourself.
I don't know.
Were you a big baby?
I think I was like 9 pounds.
Okay.
I guess it's all right. I was long, baby.
Yeah, I
Too
guess so.
shocking.
Yeah.
Shocking at 6'8".
I'm gonna find out what my female name would have been. I'm gonna find out.
What do you think, Brianna?
Brianna and Chantel. It's like,
Here we go.
or Derek. Preds got screwed last night in the lottery. He finished third worst this year, but we'll pick fifth. There's that. Knicks went into Boston and took game one from the Celtics, 108-105. Knicks came from 20 down to win in overtime on the road. Boston was 15 of 60 from three. The 45 missed three-pointers is an NBA playoff record.
They just kept shooting them.
I mean, you got to, right?
Slay,
did
I
not
would
care.
love your opinion on this one.
That was so dumb. I mean, like it's like go to the basket or do a mid. You have guys that can break people down one-on-one. Like go. Why do you keep settling? Jason Tatum he does it all the time anyway. He's the star of the team, and he was 4 for 15 from three.
Jaylen Brown 1 of 10.
Like, come on, dog. Like, what
and
are y'all
the one
doing?
was his last attempt.
Right.
Which cut it to 3.
Right.
After halftime,
good
to
to
your
settle.
point, after halftime, they attempted 49 shots. So second half and overtime, they attempted 49 shots. 37 of them were three-pointers.
I'll tell you what. Enough about them. And they tried to steal the show by missing 45 threes, but Jalen Brunson
29 for Jalen Brunson.
and the way and the fashion that he did it, man, this was art to watch. Like, if you don't like basketball, especially NBA basketball, you missed some phenomenal games. I mean, you know, how some people will be like, man, they ain't going to start playing till the fourth quarter. No, this all the way through, dog.
I'm not saying he's Iverson. Let me start there. But I used to say about Allen Iverson, he can get anywhere on the floor he wants to go.
He can.
Brunson's the same
He
way.
sure can.
He can get anywhere on the floor he wants to go.
Iverson would do it with his quickness because he's so fast and his ball handling. This man does it. He's like a big. You would think he plays like he's 6'6".
Oh, that's good. That's
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good
like
way to
his
describe it.
size, his body he got good body control. Man, Jalen Brunson is the truth.
Game 2 is tomorrow, and I would imagine that Boston will not attempt 60 three-pointers.
I don't know. I don't know, Yor. They may.
If they do, I would anticipate them making more than 15.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Because they missed some good looks, too.
Oh,
it was
I forget the number of wide open shots, but it's up there, too.
Yeah.
Nuggets also went on the road. You warned me about this. I was like, everybody's betting OKC. The line went from 9 to 10.5. And you're like, I don't know, man. They've been off for a minute.
I took Denver in the points, too.
The Nuggets also went on the road to grab game 1 from the Thunder in Oklahoma City, 121 to 119. Down 1 with 2.8 seconds left. Aaron Gordon drilled a 25-footer to give to Denver the win. He said he knew it was good the second it left his hand.
Yeah, it looked like they was running a drill. A lot of times you run 3-on-2, 2-on-1 drills. That's exactly what
you
it
go
looked
to
like.
A spot.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook did a great job of getting to the middle and giving it up. Late closeout, knock him down.
Was that last night when Jokic was like on the sideline, like basically drawing up the play for the team? Like he was yelling at everybody?
Yeah, I wouldn't say he was drawing up the play. Like, this is the weird thing. I hate when TV does this. Like, they exaggerate, like, what's really going on. Like, what he was doing, he wasn't doing it, but talking to his teammates about where they're supposed to be.
So what, he had the whiteboard? I missed that.
No, the whiteboard wouldn't even play. He was just talking about positioning and where they should be, you know what I'm saying, defensively and being able to get back. So,
well, Joker had 42 and 20.
Now, that was another game. Just like you watched Jalen Brunson, it was like the man was unstoppable, man. It was beautiful to watch. And they dared him to score, and he did.
SGA is another guy you need to watch if you haven't been watching NBA ball. 33 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists for the Thunder. He does it all. He does it all.
Yeah, keep your eye on Chet Holmgren. He missed 2 free throws in order for them to win that game.
I can't even look at him.
He can play, though.
Oh, I know he can play.
Why can't you look at him?
Because he's so long. He just looks so uncomfortable, and he's just so long, and he's so skinny. Like, he could not be more skinny. He looks like he's been on a hunger strike.
His legs are... Now, listen, Slay's got smaller legs. He's got, like, some smaller
basketball
ankles.
players are like that.
Right.
Yeah.
But that guy... I just didn't know why you
looks
felt
like he's
you
gonna
can't
break.
look at him.
Because I always think of that and how uncomfortable he looks in that commercial. And then he looks uncomfortable in his uniform, too, but he's a really good player.
Baller.
I just worry about him. Like, every step, I think it's...
Wembanyama the same way.
Every step, I think that his leg is going to break like a twig.
That TV advertisement's living rent-free in Mayor's head. It has been forever.
But it's so funny because, like, it's so uncomfortable, and I hate it so much, but, like, I always watched it when it came on. Like, I was attracted to the ridiculousness and uncomfortableness of it.
They'll be on tomorrow night with the same one.
Well, they got a new one.
Yeah.
And he looks just as uncomfortable in that one.
Jalen Williams with him this time.
All right, we did not get to the free agent fit. Best NFL team fits for notable remaining free agents. We have plenty of time to flush this out when we come back, and we'll do that. This is from an article on NFL.com. Examples, Stephon Gilmore, they have going to Cincinnati. That's the perfect fit for him, they say. What is the Titans fit? We'll tell you next. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
What's happening, y'all? It's time to get your ride right. And I'm not talking about your car outside, but I'm talking about your golf car. If you got one of those and you want to be the guy in the neighborhood to have that showpiece, I'm telling you I do. Now, when you're riding around, you're trying to get from the house to the pool, you want the kids to be able to ride, you know you got to go back and forth. You don't want to carry no coolers. This is when Boswell comes in and take over. Boswell's Golf Cars. Go to boswellsgolf.com and go and peep everything that they have, man. I'm talking about an inventory like no other. Yamaha, E-Z-GO, Cushman, Evolution, and Icon. They also refurbish golf cars, so if your golf cart needs a facelift, they are who I trust to go get it done. They will be, yes, you heard it right, they will be on the golf course with us on 4 different holes. If you get a hole in one, you will win a beautiful new golf car. How crazy is that? That's what Boswell is bringing to it. You can go there at 111 Transit Avenue right here in Nashville, and don't blink an eye because you may miss something incredible like Slay's golf cart. Yeah, be ready for that for the 104.5 The Zone Golf Tournament. It is Boswell's Golf Cars. Go to boswellsgolfcars.com.
Met up with my guy John Pirtle a few weeks ago. He's the president and CEO of eSpaces, and talked with him about their great company, man. And it's something you need to know about. Like, if you can't get work done in the office because, everybody's bothering you, or you can't do it at home because, everybody's bothering you, eSpace is a great opportunity for you. They do so many things beyond that, but maybe you're looking for office space that matches the level of your business. This July, eSpace is opening 2 premier locations, Cool Springs at Corporate Center and Brentwood at City Park. Designed for professionals, teams, and entrepreneurs, eSpaces offers private offices, meeting rooms, team suites, and beautifully designed move-in ready areas with 24/7 access and monthly flexibility. Discover why more businesses are choosing eSpaces. Explore all 15 locations at eSpaces.com. That's eSpaces.com. Again, private offices, team suites, meeting rooms, fully equipped, 24/7 access, flexible terms. Whether you're scaling up or just getting started, eSpaces provides flexibility without compromise. Want to check it out? Tours available now. Reserve your space early. Visit eSpaces.com. That's eSpaces.com.
Sweater, a candle, boring for Mother's Day. You know what you should do? An Aura frame. That's what we did for my mom, and what we're doing for Mr. Bab's mom, because it's so cool. They come with unlimited storage. You can share as many photos as you want, and 30-second videos too, from your phone to your mom's Aura frame. How cool is that? Dogs, kids, this is the best Mother's Day present ever. And Aura has a great deal for Mother's Day. Limited time listeners can save on the perfect gift. Visit auraframes.com. Get $35 off plus free shipping on their best-selling Carver matte frame. That's what we have. That's Aura, AURA frames.com. Promo code ZONE. Terms and conditions apply.
3HL 104.5, The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay.
He wrote.
Tupac Tuesday coming up at 3:45. 3HL bingo card. These are things that I managed to write down that were said on the show, and will be. Your mic's not on.
Do you mean at 5:45?
What did I say?
3:45.
Oh, yeah, 5:45.
We've already passed that.
I was going to do may or may not be funny at 3:45. No, 4:45.
We can always go back, y'all.
Do you have that? I texted it to you.
I do have that.
Do you want to do it right now?
Well, Well, Don's the one coming up with.
That's right. What are we doing, Babsy? 5:45?
You want to do that right now?
For what?
May or may not be funny. Real quick, and then we'll go to the Titans free agent.
Sure, go. Hit it.
Yeah, so this one's been out there for a minute, but I saw it and I laughed, so I thought, okay, I'll run it past you guys. Maybe you haven't seen it, or even if you have, maybe you think it's funny. I don't know. Let's go to the late, great Alex Trebek for some Jeopardy football answers.
Football 200.
Your choice. Do or don't name this play in which the quarterback runs the ball and can choose to pitch it to another back. It's an option play. Ryan?
Football 400.
I can tell you guys are big football fans.
Yeah.
Tom Landry perfected the shotgun formation with this team.
Oh, come on.
Dallas Cowboys. Do you think we should go to commercial? Ryan?
Take it on to 600.
Okay, by signaling for one of these, a returner can reel in a kick without fear of getting tackled.
Nope. Nope.
Fair catch. 2 clues left, Ryan.
800.
These penalties are simultaneous violations by the offense and defense that cancel each other out. And they are called offsetting penalties. Let's look at the $1,000 clue just for the fun of it. Jimmy?
As Minneapolis' U.S. Bank Stadium prepares to host Super Bowl 52, I'm looking at the Ring of Honor with names from this defensive line that took the Vikings to 4 Super Bowls.
If you guys ring in and get this one, I will die. Who are the purple people eaters? We're going to take a break.
Did he give him a chance?
They didn't get a chance.
That was the last. That was the last category. Clearly,
It was the only one left on the board.
okay. Honestly,
Was that funny?
yes, that's funny.
Okay, thank you.
But
No, that
kind
was
of
good one.
depressing.
Yeah, at the same time.
The Dallas Cowboy, like Tom Landry, the hat, like everybody. Doesn't everybody know
See,
that?
this is what it made me think, and this is what I wanted to bring up to y'all. There are people out there that literally never watch sports at all on any level and know nothing about it.
You're right.
I know a guy specifically.
I know
and
a
I'm
woman.
like,
Who are these people?
right, and I'm like, so
I don't know.
what do you do for like what's your escape? What do you do for fun during the season? Like football season?
Let's say
Like we all
read.
look forward to the fall and he doesn't. Or he might because he likes pumpkins. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Does he-
like what is your
Is he a
day?
gardener?
What is your day filled with?
Yeah,
If
that's
there
tough.
is no attention paid to sports, what a sad existence.
Summer is their favorite time, whoever that is.
But like
Because I know
you
this sport's going
you
on.
can not pay attention and maybe not be a big sports fan. I get that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know
But
that. I'm telling you,
surely,
knows
Just
nothing.
in the grand scheme of things, do you not just like accidentally pass by it on a website or something? What?
Yeah, I think that's. Listen,
Oh man, Nick in the chat said my wife didn't know any of them.
There's people out there like that, man.
Do you know, I was actually,
Right.
I'm not an
Apologize,
anxiety
Nick.
guy.
It is.
Like you, Babs, but I actually, when I started watching it, I had anxiety because I was like, what if I miss one of these?
Right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I probably
Like,
would have missed one. The
which
way
one?
the way they asked.
The way they ask it is
Yeah,
Yeah, but you can also read it.
like because when he said
know what I
the
mean?
offense and the defense both can get these penalties and they offset.
Offsetting.
Like,
he didn't say
He
offset.
didn't say,
just
oh, okay.
offsetting's
damn,
the
well,
answer,
yeah.
yeah.
So I had another one on Friday that we
It's
didn't
like
do.
Jeopardy King.
Do you want to double up on may or may not be funny?
Yeah, you did have another one.
All right, Zeph, hit the intro again. I like the intro because of Slay's laugh.
It's the best part of it.
All right, so this is your boy Jameis Winston leading the quarterback group, and I think the centers
Oh, this is always going to be funny.
in the locker room.
Jameis.
And it's not necessarily funny what he says. It's just like, I don't know. It's just kind of a circus thing, and the way the guys respond to him, it makes me smile. So this may not be funny, like ha funny, but hit it.
You gotta repeat after me. 1, 2, 3 into the 4.
1, 2, 3 into the 4.
The Bucks, Q's, and C's coming out that door.
The Bucks, Q's, and C's coming out that door.
Now we don't know how to do these rhymes.
We don't know how to do these rhymes.
We know about pancake blocks and throwing dimes.
We know about pancake blocks and throwing dimes.
Now the time has come for us to compete.
Now the time has come for us to compete.
Now we gotta do it one way, one team, one heartbeat.
We do it one way, one team, one heartbeat.
Let's go out here and let's have a great day.
Let's go out here and have a great day.
And let's kick some jag ass, Tampa Bay.
Kick some jag ass, Tampa Bay.
All right, let's go. Let's get it, guys. Let's get it, guys.
That is.
I felt like your
was it.
rhyme was a little long.
That was it.
Maybe it ran a little over.
Yeah, ran a little long.
That was the mistake in that. Like, he just kept going.
At the end there, that was him and Ryan Fitzpatrick talking in the locker room. I guess at halftime.
Yeah.
And Fitzpatrick was like, I like the rhyme there, but I think you may have extended it a little too much there.
Yeah, okay, I forgot about that.
Jameis.
He freestyled it, too.
He definitely did. That's why it went too long.
Jameis.
Well, he shouldn't have said dimes. He should have said interceptions.
Yeah.
So that's what he's doing.
So, yes, on may or may not be funny. Funny.
It's cringy.
Yeah, it's cool. It's weird.
It is cringy.
Yep.
But the way that the guys are, like they're standing in a circle
cringy.
and they're repeating everything he's saying.
Yeah, that would have been the ones I was looking at. Like,
if that were you as a player, I mean, first of all, that is not getting me fired up to run out of the tunnel and go play. Come on, Jameis.
The other funny thing I thought about was, like, what if you're a different position and you hear this go on and you, like, turn around and you're like, oh, my gosh, here we go.
What
again.
is
That's
that
exactly what
guy
he's gonna do.
doing?
that's
No,
exactly
what if you were one of the guys in there? You wouldn't be repeating that, would you?
After the first one, yeah. Then hey, come on, dog. What you doing?
Yeah.
Nah, we're not finna keep saying it. Come on, man.
You got
break the huddle, dog.
Get to it.
Yeah, you don't get to relieve no more little chance or anything, dog. It's over.
Listen, when Ryan Fitzpatrick is telling you that you were a little off, you're in trouble.
Yeah, he loves it.
Your chant responsibilities are done here.
Yeah, come on. You don't get to break down no more huddles.
You're done.
No more huddles.
You just lost your
huddle privileges.
Yeah, it's over.
You lost your motivational speak time forever. Although he should have lost it with the eating W's anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Eating W's.
Yeah, that.
He just needs to do a podcast.
It wasn't the eating W's necessarily. It was what you just did. That he was like licking his fingers.
Ugh. Yeah. All right, free agents.
So the Matrix, real quick.
Okay.
This happens all the time, man. And Dawn is always talking about the Matrix. Like, once something is mentioned, then you're going to see it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So we were talking the other day about these autonomous cars. Have you seen the cars driving around, Babs, with the spinning thing on top of the car?
Like the Google Map car?
It's actually it's a driverless Uber called Waymo or something. It's only in.
I saw one yesterday.
It's only in L.A., San Francisco, Phoenix, and Austin. I did my research on this.
Oh, is there not one in Nashville? That must have been the Google car I saw yesterday.
No. They're getting started. So I see them downtown, and they're driving around. Anyway, like, these sensors, like, it's going to be an Uber that you call that doesn't have a driver in it. And you can control the radio, the temperature, and everything on your app. So it's a little bit more expensive, but not a lot, than like an Uber, like $9 on average. But you don't tip because there's no driver.
Oh.
So these cars are rolling around, and they're getting the grid of Nashville, okay? Like, they don't go in the interstate, so it's pretty much a downtown thing, I think. But anyway, I was like, if you see them, there's no driver. But now I've been seeing them, and they all have drivers in them, and I think it's because they're getting the grid. So I wanted to correct that. But anyway.
I don't know about that.
No, listen.
was all out.
First of all, it should be cheaper because ain't nobody in there. Like, I'm risking so
You're
much.
not paying a driver.
Yeah, I'm risking my life.
But I wonder how.
What if it goes wrong?
Right, to jump in a remote control car.
I wonder how much those cars cost.
Do you remember when you were little how much you used to do with a remote control car when no driver was in it?
Crazy stuff.
Think about the chances you take.
I wonder what the insurance on those cars are.
What's the insurance on me?
That too.
How about that?
Well, no. And here's the other thing. Do you remember we were talking about it yesterday when Slay sent that old video of the robot going after the maker of it?
Yep.
Listen, at some point, technology cannot be trusted.
No, how
We're going to be
comfortable-
iRobot all up in here. You're going to get
Hello?
into some driverless Uber, and it's going to take you to some, who knows what.
Or
Put
like,
you in a
say you come from the Titans game, you got to go across that
slave
bridge
labor or
to go
something, like
65.
And it just drives into the river.
Like, what's stopping it?
See ya.
See
What's
ya.
stopping it?
Oops.
Oh, my bad.
Oops. Oh, sorry, it malfunctioned.
So those sensors
You're
can
gone.
those sensors can see 360, right? But for
Well, they better.
3 miles.
Yeah, see, that's the part I don't believe.
So they're putting the grid together.
This
so
part I
they're
had a
gonna
problem
do-
with. 3 miles. Like, how you going to see 3 miles?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand the
There's
technology.
buildings and everything. You're just going to look through buildings. Superman, the only person been able to do that.
Dude, Tyler in the chat said his wife took a driverless car in Phoenix.
Yeah, they're in Phoenix, LA, San Francisco, and they're going to be here. They're in Austin, too.
Now, here's the positive. At least you know you're not getting in with some like psychopath that's going to kill you or something.
I mean,
yeah, that's true.
Just taking different
Slay was
chances.
like, what if you get in a wreck? Like, then what? You're just standing there? Like,
you just got to wait.
Or you're in your vehicle and you get hit by one of these cars. Who do you talk to?
Yeah. You're just going to sit there and look at the car. You stupid car.
Can I get your insurance
Yeah,
card?
where is it? Open this door.
615-737-1045. Before we get to the free agents, let's clean up a little conversation. Bab said her name, had she been a boy, would have been Derek.
Mm-hmm.
And that you were almost what? LaShawn?
Chantel. Yeah,
Chantel.
yeah.
So I asked my mom, I said, what would my name have been had I been female? And she goes, seriously? Why are you asking me this?
Well, that too.
She goes, it would have been Agnes or Charlotte.
Agnes.
She goes, aren't you glad you're a boy?
Agnes.
Those are 2 family names. My grandmother was Charlotte.
You are now
what's up.
Agnes from here
Man.
on out.
When I'm acting
you
like a
piss
girl.
me off, you're gonna. Okay, that might be all the time, Mayor. Agnes.
Johnny in the Borough, what's up?
That's a tough one.
Hey, what's up, guys? Good afternoon. Hey, I thought that was hilarious you guys were talking about this. Whenever I was born, I have 2 older brothers. My mom and dad decided not to find out my gender as a baby, newborn. So my mom carried me different. She swore I was a girl. I was supposed to be Janie Marie, but I ended up being Johnny. But I have a quick question.
Janie
for Ron
Marie.
Slay.
It's cute.
What up?
So, Ron, you're a big boy, and so am I. I'm a big old guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to know how big you were, how much you weighed, and how long. Because I'm up there. I'm up there in the numbers.
I gotta find out the length. I'm gonna text my mama now. But I want to say I was 9 pounds. My mama, she'll remember though. I'm gonna text her.
Don't you know our moms are loving getting texts today?
They're like, what
I
are
got
you
you,
guys
bro.
talking about?
I was 10'6", 2 feet tall when I was born.
Dang.
Yes, sir.
You are one of the little persons.
Yeah, I swear. I can show you my birth certificate.
Wait, you were
Right now,
24 inches long?
He said 2 feet.
I promise you.
And 10'6"?
Yeah, I'm 6'6" now, 290.
Makes sense.
Dang.
Yeah, you're right around there. You're hovering right there with me.
I'm about to ask my mom how much I weighed.
You travel with you
It's a
guys.
great days in May, but it's also a great day because I got to talk to Ron Slay, baby.
I love it, Johnny. He always does that.
My dad just texted me, and he told me I would have been Erica Michelle.
Oh,
Like
that's
cute
so
little Erica.
sweet.
That's a cute little name there, Zeph.
Instead, you're Zeph.
Instead of Zeph. Yeah.
I don't think Zeph was part of the plan there.
Hey, listen, it is Mother's Day this weekend. So.
Best NFL team fits for notable remaining free agents. So some examples, running back J.K. Dobbins to the Bears. Because Ben Johnson is the head coach and he wants to recreate the Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs thing, They've got DeAndre Swift. So that one makes sense, right? Like, that's why everybody had Genty. Like, I wonder if they almost traded up to get him, like how close that was to happening. Because a lot of people thought that they were going to do that.
Genty with Chicago?
Yeah. That would have been good. They have put together an offense around around Caleb Williams. Speaking of the Bears, did y'all see this from Dov Kleiman? Chicago quarterback Caleb Williams has gone viral for arriving at a Miami restaurant with 3 different, like, supermodels. Like, they're all out together on a date.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Wasn't what I thought one was his mom.
No. 3 models. Unless she was also there.
No, I think the joke was Jaden Daniels' mom would have had a heart attack if he saw that with
That's
Jaden
what it
Daniels.
was. That she would have done something. Yeah,
Because she has been on record. Both of them have been on record how no woman is allowed around him.
Yeah, that's going to be kind of wild. Come on, my Dukes.
No woman.
So that means she got to be on road trips and everything with the Commanders.
Yeah, she is locking down Jaden Daniels' romantic relationship.
Mom was with him.
I read the part that he read.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Well, I hope everybody had a good time.
So another example, cornerback Asante Samuel Jr. to the 49ers, Stephon Gilmore, the wide receiver, to Cincinnati Bengals. Here is the Titans' selection, according to NFL.com. Slot corner to rotate with Roger McCreary. That Roger McCreary is the only slot corner basically on the roster. And they pick Mike Hilton. Hilton isn't a huge name, but he was a valuable slot cornerback for the Bengals when they evolved into championship contenders a few seasons ago. It just so happens the current Tennessee Titans coach, Brian Callahan, was the offensive coordinator in Cincinnati during those years, which is why advocating for this marriage isn't a bad idea. The Titans obviously need help in multiple areas, which is why they held the first pick in this year's draft. The secondary has been a concern. Both of last year's key acquisitions at cornerback disappointed. L'Jarius Sneed only played in 5 games, while Awuzie bombed so badly that the team released him in March. Hilton is a feisty player and a leader, which are 2 qualities that the Titans need badly. The team does have a solid player in the slot already. Roger McCreary has embraced that role after struggling as an outside corner, but he's also the only option at the position on the depth chart. Finding more able bodies in the secondary is a must.
He always played great against the Titans.
Yeah,
That's
had an interception versus Will Levis, and I'm pretty sure he had an interception versus Ryan Tannehill in that miserable playoff
That
loss.
was the first play of the game.
First play of the game. Tannehill did not look off the safety. He had nowhere to go, no responsibilities, so he followed the eyes. First play of the game. 615-737-1045. G-Money in Nashville. G-Money, what up?
I'll never get over that one.
Man, what he do, homie? It's been a while.
G-Money, what's up, man?
Man, listen, I've been shaking hands and kissing babies like a politician around this thing. Hey, I was calling you, talking about the Waymo vehicles. I just got back from Phoenix. Shout out to NAHAM, the healthcare conference that I was at, and I actually took 3 trips. So the first trip I took was from downtown Phoenix to Scottsdale. You're right; they don't go on the interstate.
They don't go on the interstate. Yeah.
But I was terrified. I didn't know that I was getting one to my girlfriend. She ordered it. And it showed up, and I was like, where the hell the driver is? And she was like, yeah, no, this is the little driverless thing. So I played Jesus Take the Wheel by Carrie Underwood the whole way there.
That's great.
I ended up being terrified, but actually loved it. So if they're coming to Nashville, I can't wait to tell her. She was in Memphis. She was like, we need to bring these to Memphis. I was like, hell no. Man, Memphis will tear them cars off.
Man, they'll have them things at every swap meet shop. You know what I mean? Man, people, they'll leave the little sensors on there. They'll be driving them and everything. No, man. No.
Yeah. No, yeah. Man. But anyway, so when they come here, I would tell people, don't be afraid. They actually off the chain. And you're right, but actually in Phoenix, we compared the prices. They were actually cheaper than Uber, and that's without calculating the tip.
Okay.
So it was under the cost of Uber. So, yeah, y'all get on board, man. Get them Waymo vehicles. Hey, good to talk to y'all. Y'all be good.
Thank you. Yeah, you can download the
fascinating.
Waymo app and learn a lot more about them. That's how.
Look, Mayor, what would we do without you? We'd just be like, what are these weird Waymo things rolling around?
I mean, you've seen them and you just haven't said anything.
Yeah, I know. What does that say about us? I thought it was the Google Maps card.
More of your phone calls when we come back. Gator Mike is there. We've got several people on hold. We'll do that. Plus the 3HL bingo card. Weird things that were said during the show today. 3HL 1045 The Zone. So Mike Hilton had the second interception in that playoff game for the Cincinnati Bengals, thanks to the correctors out there. We certainly need them. Brentwood Jewelry, you need to know these guys, and if you are sweating about Mother's Day, just go see my guys, the Imamali family and gals, and they'll be able to help you out with that special mom in your life. BrentwoodJewelry.com is the website. Check them out there. Located in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road, 7012 Church Street is the address. For more than 50 years, Brentwood Jewelry has been proudly serving the Brentwood community with exceptional style and exceptional deals every day. They're a family-owned and operated business spanning three generations, and they are deeply rooted in this community. From Salem service in the Special Forces to his son serving as local firefighters, the Imamali family is dedicated to giving back in a time that is imperative to support local. Shop Brentwood Jewelry. Get that done. Anything that you could possibly think of Mother's Day-wise, maybe you can't think of anything. Maybe you're just locked in your head. They will be able to help you out and get you going. If you haven't already heard, Nashville's premier timepiece dealers, Brentwood Jewelry. Not only do they have the best selection in watches, but they're also the go-to spot for pre-owned Rolexes, both vintage and current models. So if you stop in to get something for the moms in your life, you can get something for yourself too with their pre-owned Rolexes. You can get a pre-owned Rolex for a fraction of the cost. Check them out. Again, online, BrentwoodJewelry.com. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every day for more than 50 years. Again, BrentwoodJewelry.com.
All right, y'all. Y'all heard me talk about the trucks that, cause accidents, and you also heard me talk about, just getting in a normal car accident and things making it just uneasy for you. Starting to have setbacks. Like everything's out of whack, whether it be getting to a job, picking up the kids from school, just going out to eat as a family because you don't have no car. You heard about all these things when I talk about Bart Durham injury law. And another thing I got to tell you, Cairo scammers, yep, they're out there. I got an important message from my good friends at Bart Durham Injury Law. Some lawyers chase ambulances. They'll do anything to get your attention, but not Blair Durham and his team. Someone calls you after a wreck, they're breaking the law. That's right. You need to know these things. The lawyers are breaking the law. Blair and the team at Bart Durham Injury Law don't play those games. 615-242-9000. When you make the call, they answer. They're local, trusted, and ready to fight for you. No gimmicks, just a team that's on your side from the start. Local, trusted, ready to fight. 615-242-9000. Bart Durham Injury Law.
Nashville, get ready to blush. The 6th annual Nashville Rosé Festival is coming to East Park on Saturday, May 17th. Sip on more than 100 rosé wines, plus cocktails, brews, and more. Enjoy live DJs, performance art, food trucks, and support the Tennessee Breast Cancer Coalition. Listen all week long for your chance to win.
Kind of fun. Win tickets.
You want me to read how it's written?
Is it bad?
For your chance to win a mom tickets to the Nashville Rosé Festival on May 17th at East Park, just in time for Mother's Day. You can win a mom?
You want to win a mom?
I mean, if they're
You don't
giving
like
them
your
away,
mom?
heck, let's do it.
That's
For
a
more
mom's.
details or to sign up online, go to 1045thezone.com.
New moms,
contest.
old moms. What kind of moms?
Well, that's on me. That's not on anybody else. I should have read it before I read it.
No,
Does that
we
make
don't
sense?
ever do that.
Nah, yeah,
I
why
read it.
would we do that?
I'm Anchorman for sure. Put it in front of me. I'm reading it.
Yeah.
Slay talked to his mom.
I did.
Fill us in.
She said 21, all of y'all were between 19 and 21 inches.
Woo!
So you were 21?
She said, I'm guessing you were the 21 inches. Yeah, probably so.
How big a boy were you?
Pounds?
Yeah, I want to say like 9 pounds. I can't remember. I was a Slim Jim though, so
I was like 8.
I didn't get like this till I was older.
So I texted Buff.
Yeah. Buffy Babette.
I was 19.5 inches and weighed 8 pounds, 10 ounces.
Badger wasn't playing.
Why the heck am I short now?
You're really 6'4", 6'5".
You're not short. Like you're well, I mean, technically,
No,
I guess you're 5'4". But your legs are like the legs of like a 5'9" person.
I know it's because I'm missing a vertebrae. I mean, what's a vertebrae? Probably. That's probably a good what?
Yeah, that's a good inch. 2.
At least inch.
2, yeah.
2 probably. Yeah.
Maybe 3 or 4. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, maybe if I had that vertebrae, I would have been even taller. Then I would have been
baller.
playing professional something.
Tyler says, win a mom. Let's go. Jonathan says, I tweeted my baby pic to Ron. That's Jonathan who called in
Let me
earlier.
see.
The big one?
Yeah.
No, Johnny?
Yeah, Johnny. He's Jonathan here. Jonathan
Why?
Shelton.
Why didn't he tweet it to all of us?
He loves Ron, remember? Who's Ron? Slay. He loves Slay. Anyway, 615-737-1045. Gator Mike, what's up?
Who's it?
Hey, yeah, my dad said my name was going to be Heather Lynn if I was a girl.
I love all these.
That's kind of Florida.
I love all these southern names, right?
I
We're
could
going
see
two
Heather
names.
Lynn with some like cut off jean shorts on.
Wow.
Oh, there we go, Don. See, and the funny thing is
I don't know,
that you're
man.
so
I
short
might
and
go a
you tell
different
people who played volleyball, you figure you'd be like 5'8", 5'9", 5'11"-ish.
See, I'm
you
thinking.
were more for the digs and stuff, right, Don?
Yeah, I was a libero, which back then it was a defensive specialist.
So Heather
but I had
Lynn.
mad ups, Gator Mike.
Heather Lynn, that's what you would have been, Gator Mike? See, I'm
Yeah, that's
thinking
what my
like,
dad said.
and now performing on the main stage, Heather Lynn.
Well, Heather Lynn Henry, but
What
listen,
main
so
stage?
when my first son was going to be born, I wanted to name him Henry. My wife got mad at me. Henry, that would have been great, but she wouldn't let me do it.
Henry would have been great. He would have invented some kind of candy bar or something. I don't know.
that's
H2O.
wrong.
Yeah, or just call him Hank for short, Hank Henry. Anyways, long story short, what a great week to be a Florida fan. 1 month ago from yesterday, Ron, what happened?
You won
Come
the
on,
national.
Ron.
You
We
won the
hoisted
national
We
title.
hoisted the trophy. I know.
won
And
the
then Todd
national-
Golden
I
gets
don't
the raise.
remember. Do you
Oh, come
remember? I don't remember.
Todd Golden,
ain't
6
right.
years.
Y'all won the national
What are
championship,
you going to
Mike,
celebrate
Mike,
every month? Like 1 month ago today?
No, I'm just
2
saying.
months
Don, hear me
ago
out.
today.
It's like
So
some
we
people,
locked up
some people,
Todd-
Gator Mike, are like, 1 month ago today, my daughter was born.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, but no, we locked up Todd Golden. Softball.
That was big,
took
what
the
y'all did
series
today,
from
locking
number
them
one
up.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
What, 8
Baseball's
million?
12-2. Baseball's 12-2 since the national championship. So Florida's rolling right along.
All right,
Chris Lowe
Gator Mike.
talking big about DJ Lagway. Come on.
All right,
Yeah.
Heather Lynn, see
And
you.
football will disappoint you in no time.
Yeah, 6 years, $40.5 million for
That is a bank.
Todd Golden's extension. At $6.75 million annually, he's now one of the top 5 paid coaches in the country. He is 39 years old.
That was 1 year, and that's what he should have been talking about. 1 year ago from the SEC tournament, he just got an extension.
Yeah.
with allegations swirling.
3HL bingo
Came back
card.
extended again.
Random weird things heard during the show that I wrote down. I've never been that high since. That was Jim Wyatt when he was on the line. I did get new carpet out of it. Same conversation. We are on the same verbal cycle. That's us finishing each other's sentences.
That's your.
Don't group us together.
Slay makes all kinds of weird noises.
Yeah. This is my body.
And then some.
That's all I can
Some
do,
other
y'all.
stuff. Some choking and burping and
A lot
gas.
going on. A lot going on out here, y'all.
Back at it tomorrow. We love y'all. Appreciate you putting up with us and including us in your day. Do not take that for granted, nor do we take that lightly. Also including us in your lives. Thank you, guys. Again, have a great night. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be you unless you were going to go get some good Helen's chicken right there in Smyrna at 479 Sam Ridley Parkway.
Helen's chicken.
Yum.
That would be a Slay establishment.